I've been out the kitchen, now you're sleeping on me. I've been in my headspace, are you thinking of me? I'm not in the headspace to be taking these. But can you tell me why? I'm not in my headspace to be. I'm not in the headspace to be.
Get out the way, get out my headspace, know what to say. End of the day, I'm stuck in my ways. Look in the mirror, look in my face. I'm done with one, two for the honeys, I strictly for fun. Accomplishing nothing, I prove till I'm done. Constantly waiting for something in artist, or maybe I'm fronting. Maybe it's nothing, maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion and losing my cool. Making a fool of myself, maybe I'll loosen my belt. Maybe therapy will help, but this block got me stuck. Bitter cause now I give less of a fuck. Get to the party, I'm running amok. Run with a fucker is tough, I'm tough, I'm tough.
I've been out the kitchen, now you're sleeping on me. I've been in my headspace, are you thinking of me? I'm not in the headspace to be taking these. But can you tell me why? I'm not in the headspace to be. I'm not in the headspace to be. I can't shake this feeling, and I can't feel my feet, and I can't feel my heart, but the groove keeps me moving. Can trust the cameras and the lights, there's a soundtrack to my life, and the sound that keeps me grooving. What's your name? Can't remember these days. Trying to fly high, but my height's in the way. Not sure if I like it or the after high sober. Keep my composure if I'm pulled over, but I'm not opposed to a disapproved chauffeur. One night home is another hungover. Accident prone, but I know my limits, and if you don't watch your tone, I'll let you know in a minute. I'm something to witness, call me Jehovah. I ain't the smartest under the boldest. It's if this ain't jump, I just roll over. No way in the world could hold up these shoulders. I've been at the kitchen since 15, and I've been at the stew like, do you miss me? Now I'm whipping it up, I'm back to work with this minimum wage type beat that can shake this feeling. And I can't feel my feet, and I can't feel my heart, but the groove keeps me moving. Can trust the cameras and the lights, there's a soundtrack to my life, and the sound that keeps me moving. And in my heart I'm still a vagrant. Trust my attention span, it takes a lot of patience. I want you to trust me when we trespass. Sneak past the lights, then we dip fast. Crash like there ain't much more to life. Crash like there ain't no morning light. Like we ain't got shit to do, like most of us ain't got work in the morning. My work can't slide me another warning, not until they get a newbie sworn in my replacement. I'm a problem baby, but at least I can embrace it. Ain't nobody shame me, I'm the clayfish with no patience. Lately it been feeling like a nightmare I've been chasing. Maybe it'll go well with the energy I'm faking. But imposter syndrome's a bitch. Am I willing gon' stop till I make it a hit? And don't worry about me, it's lit. I'm playing every 40 hand with your bottles like a shake this feeling. And I can't feel my feet, and I can't feel my heart, but the groove keeps me moving. Can trust the cameras and the lights, there's a soundtrack to my life, and the sound that keeps me grooving. been turning heads since Hasbro. God, I'm thinking what, like Stone Cold says so, yeah. I'm a dog, give me them Petco. Be somebody, yeah, to put him down with the vest. So cold, so fire, I remind ya, icy hot. These days in the sunscreen, so my skin don't rot. I'm a Michigan penguin, I like the heat though. Summer got me feeling like walking into the beat, slow down. I ain't made a laser, it's a Midwest crisis. And I rap silly, type my lyrics in papyrus. I fight ADHD, concentrate like Tigress. And I'm not generous with my beats, I'm the tightest. I'm hotter than the core of the earth. The more that I work, I get paid, but not what I'm worth. Fuck a wallet, penny pounds, bitch, I'm wearing my purse. I'm a religious experience, come and visit my church. Goddamn, I had to be a creative. Got plans not happening cause I'm faded. Got bills that still yet to be paid. I still yet to be paid, so my priorities are jaded. And I quit that job, and I didn't even put in like in 2 weeks. I only been in work for 2 weeks for this job. I was Tom Glover. I'm an indie artist, need you to acknowledge I'm a Jared jeweler when your nasty beats need polishing. I'm childin' pretty early not to make promises. Pack me up some pills to pop and pass me to each pharmacist. I'm ominous, eyes wandering, make you wonder what I'm pondering. Which talk ain't got shit on what I'm conjuring. The dare personification of fear mongering. Nixon would be loud, best example found. Bought it from my plug by the ounce. Got him on the phone like, can you hear me now? Isolate myself, I'll never be found. World-renowned junkie, trying to wing it into something. Wondering if I need therapy to be there for my lovelies. I just need someone to say I'm something. I just need a boost to my hype, a soundtrack to my life. Or to evict the voices in my head that's yelling at me like shit. Lay me down to rest. You can get me to water, don't expect my best. Ooh, lay me down to rest. You can get the ball rolling and I'll do the rest. And I know it's contradictory, work ethic a mystery. This verse will be history by the time I write it. I've been biding my time, there's no point in fighting it, trying to find the light and shit. Hey, I'm sorta in the hardest spot I'll ever be, and learning how to swim in circles, drowning in the deep end. Figured life's a little easier when I be sleeping. Melatonin gummy started working again for me. I ain't smoked for the past 3 days, cause I could only think while in that haze. Everybody can catch this fate. You couldn't pay me to feel this way. This way, this way. And now I really like to be talking. All I've really been doing is walking. All I've been trying to do is wear out my shoes. Maybe trespassing too. Abandoned buildings are cute. Kinda reminds me of my issues. The medicine I misuse. The people I mislike you. It's a memory thing. I got ADHD. That's why my memory stinks. That's why the pain still stings. That's why I'm still in the brink of singing. Lay me down to rest. You can get me to water. Don't expect my best. Ooh, lay me down to rest. You can get the ball rolling and I'll do the rest. And I know it's contradictory, work ethic a mystery. This verse will be history by the time I write it. I've been biding my time, there's no point in fighting it, trying to find the latest shit. Hey, I'm an indie artist.
The feeling that I wanted to have is the same feeling that you get when you're listening to your parents argue in the other room. So like it's a bad memory. It's coded like a little bit. That is like just 3 hours. Like just
Chat, that was my brother Samus, S-A-M-I-S. That is from his album Shed. You can go check it out over on Spotify. Thank you, Samus, once again for letting me use your music so that we don't get copyright struck. Woo! Chat! Are we ready? How do I sound? What do I sound like, chat? Probably shit. Oh, I feel like garbage today. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. What's going on? Oh, you know what it is? I think food. I think it's the food I'm eating. I need a better diet. It's probably why I feel like garbage all the time. I sound fine. Everyone, we're sounding fine. We're sounding nifty and dandy. Hello! Hello! Once again, that is my brother's music. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna copy the album, and I'm gonna put it in the chat so you guys can check it out. Probably pin it. There it is. Go check out my brother's music. It'll be pinned at the top message. Chat! Hi. Chat! I've missed you. Oh, we don't even have the things set up. We have none of the things set up. Nothing is... Dude, I woke up. I was like... Usually what I do for streams is that I usually get ready like 30 minutes ahead of time. Not today. Not today. You know why? It is... Oh, chat! Hello, gay people in my phone. Hi, Sunstar. We are the gay people in your phone. You're so right. Alright, start that goal. And start that webcam. Oh, I look like garbage. Hi, chat. How are we doing? Long time no see. Missed you. Well, actually. You guys saw me this weekend when I posted. What am I talking about? Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Missed y'all. What is up, my guy? Oh, I'm so tired. Chat, holy shit. I woke up, I think around like 10 o'clock or something like that. I did some stuff at 10 and then I like passed back out at like 12. Like, I passed back out after 10 and then I woke up at like 12 and I'm like, oh shit. I gotta bring in the garbage can so we can throw out our garbage. Tell me why. Tell me why, chat. Tell me why I step outside and my ankle is covered in snow. Chat, tell me why I go outside and like the entirety of my parking spot of our driveway is covered in snow. And I had to shovel that for like a good hour and a half. Oh no. The chat disconnected for a second. Chat, are you alive? Oh, you're here. It said chat disconnected. Please wait until we try. That was so odd. Why did that happen? Because Michigan. So true. Ruadhán, I think we're literally in the same state. It is bad here. Can I have the snow? Tusskie, I will package the snow in like a crate, and it's gonna be like one of those the ones like that's got styrofoam in it, so it keeps all the snow like relatively cold, and I will ship it to your house. I will ship it to your house. I don't know if I'm alive. I'm surprised I am. To be fair though, like, it's not super duper cold outside. It just feels cold in my house because like I don't know. I randomly get bouts of like, I'm super hot sometimes, but I'm super cold other times. I'm like an inconsistent furnace. Like, I'm lazy. I needed to see Paradise since we last talked. I don't want to look at pervert Paradise. Get away from me. Get away from me. Oh my god, dude. It's crazy. Fortunately, there was a nice man who was on a four-wheeler. I shoveled most of my driveway, but there was a nice guy in a four-wheeler who came in and, like, got the rest of it when I was, like, working up a sweat. I'm like, this is gonna take me forever! Especially since the shovel I got was, like, a dinky one I bought, like, in a panic, realizing, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to shovel this when it falls. I have a picture, not of my house, I'm not doxing myself on the internet, but I did take a picture of, like, the state of my driveway. I'm not doxing myself online. It's fucking... Can you see that? Can you see it? Look at my driveway. Just white. You know what happened one time? This was before I moved here. One time, chat. I This is so stupid. I was shoveling, right? And this was back when I lived with my roommate. I was shoveling. They have a better shovel than I do, now, anyway. But we was shoveling, and it was, like, on one of those really bright days where it was, like, the sun was out, and I'm shoveling. And I come back inside, and everything's dark in my house. I'm like, what is happening? And, okay, well, ooh. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the smoothness so that you don't get those weird. Oh, there you go. Okay, that should make it at least more smooth. This looks better. And I came back inside after shoveling on whether it's brighter days, and everything was dark in my house, and I had the worst headache of my life, and I couldn't see jack shit. I had to lay down and like cover my head with a pillow and just scream. I was like, "What is happening? Why is everything dark?" And I'm like screaming. My boyfriend comes in, he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm panicking, I'm going blind." And he's like, "What were you doing?" I'm like, "I was shoveling the snow." And he's like, "Oh, you gave yourself snow blindness, you idiot." I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" What do you mean? Working up a sweat while shoveling snow is a very Michigan thing to do. Dude, like, I was wearing this, right? Hold on. Comfy, right? I wore this outside because I thought it was going to be, like, blistering cold while I'm trying to shovel snow. But this was too hot. I had to take this off and just wear something else. Is it muted? Chat, can you hear me? Chat. Chat. Can you hear me, chat? It says my microphone's going. You know what? I think it's just you. Dude. Oh. But yeah, no, that's what I did. My first awakening. You know what it might be, guys? You know what it might be? I don't know if it's my software or not, right? But the last time that we streamed, the last time I did a 4-hour stream, right? That was the Marjorie Taylor Greene scream. You know what I mean? It was the Marge stream, and that bitch took like 12 hours to process the whole thing and have it uploaded the next day. I'm like, holy shit. That was obnoxious. Becoming hot while out in the cold is a sign of hypothermia. Guys, don't worry. I was just dying. Guys, it was fine. I only slightly almost died of hypothermia outside. It's fine. Trust me, if I didn't detect it, you guys don't either. You know what it might be? It might just be my equipment. I don't know if this laptop is, like, super great for streaming, but the last stream, everything rendered just fine. I think it's because I'm streaming this at a very high capacity. Like, my camera is 4K, so I want it to stream in 4K. And you can stream my stream at its highest quality, but it just takes fucking forever to render that out, like, once the stream is over. So if Boebert is the Wicked Witch of Colorado, does that make Daniel worse? The wizard. The wizard. I think it's a time of physical exertion. Maybe. Maybe. All I know is that I'm cozy today, chat. I'm super cozy. And I deserve it after breaking my back over the snow. But chat, we're back. We're back on our journey, on our amazing journey, exploring the MAGA world. Who's excited? Yay! I like that it's streaming in 4K because I'm watching it 144p. Hi, Metal Man. Hello, Frog Guts. Hello. All of the suspects are here. All of the expecting ones. No, do not spam me with Pervert Park. I don't want to get away from me. Get away from me. The stream just started. What is wrong with you? Hi. How's everyone doing? You good? You guys drinking water? You guys staying hydrated? Well, you should. You should. Chat, we are going to continue on with our MAGA journey here, but before we do, where you moved were you also born in an armpit-shaped state of Ohio? I was not born in Ohio. I've been born and raised here in Michigan my whole life. So, sorry about that, Ron. No, I've been born and raised here. I have not left this state, other than I've been to Ohio for cons, but I've never traveled outside of Michigan. I want to. I want to go to Canada, because that sounds fun. Because it's literally right up there. I just go, No, I don't care for the explanation. I don't want to listen to the perverts. Get away from me. Anyway. It's nice though. It's nice that I can at least stream on my own setup, because I like the office that I'm in currently. It gives wide peripheral. What the fuck? Is that the... Oh, that's the other ring light. I'm like, what is this circle back here? What is that? This is the other ring light. Oh, goodness gracious. How are your pipes frozen? Get that checked out. What the fuck, Ron? Anyway. Before we continue on to our MAGA journey, just uncovering the mysteries of the girlies. I want to say thank you for showing up for the upload of the Poppy Playtime video. Part 2 should be coming out either... I don't want to say this weekend, because this week I've had some stuff going on, so I probably won't be working on videos. Most of it's just been like doing art commissions. Like I've had a lot of art commissions that I've had to get through. And it's not the EPs. It was stuff, my professional, more highly paid stuff, you know, the stuff that reaches up to the hundreds. It's not the $5 little guys. It's the, you know, the ones I pay high dollar for commissions. Also, the other day, yesterday, chat, you're gonna be proud of me. It was a good video, Lazy. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching that video. If you guys haven't seen it, you should go watch, share, show all your friends. I'm very proud of that video. It's awesome. Part 2, I don't know when that's gonna come out, because what happened yesterday, and what I'm hopefully praying for, fingers crossed, in the next coming days, is that I had a job interview, to work at a pharmacy. Which I'm really excited for. I'm really excited for, because that's like an entrance into a medical field, which is exciting. And I'm hoping by Friday I get the call back, and then we can do the final interview, and then I can have a job. I'm so glad that you guys liked the Poppy Playtime video. It turned out really well, all things considered, despite the fact that it was on a delay for like a month and a half, which was really annoying. But it wouldn't be Lazy Bedhead if I wasn't late to shit, of course. Why would I ever do things on time? Hope you don't work for Umbrella. How dare you pay attention to your bill paying commissions and not for us poor starving drama frog. That's funny. Hello, my drama frogs. That's amazing. It's stellar. It wouldn't fit for the channel because we got like a sleepy theme going on here, but that's funny. Yeah, thank you for the good wishes. I hope that we can we can get this job. It was either that or I'm probably gonna go into working at there's another job that I have lined up that I'm gonna get through a friend if this doesn't work out. But I want this to work out just because it's very close to where I live. It's only about like 10 minutes from here or something like that. So it'd be very convenient. It would be very convenient to have a job nearby. Doesn't interfere with any of our schedules. I just work in the morning, and then once I get home from work, I can do this and it'll be fine. But if you ended up working at my usual Walgreens, I'd be very disturbed. Ruadhán, no, I'm too far away. I wouldn't be. We'd be the sleepy drama frogs. Funny. Well, we're not doing drama today, chat. We're doing politics, which is even more dramatic, I think. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to hopefully getting that job. I'm hoping to receive the call back for the final interview. Please. If not that, then I have another job lined up. It's fine. But jobs are on the horizon, which is good. And then I can have a structure to my life. I'll be like, I have to work my job in the morning, and then I get home from work, and then I do this stuff. I stream, and I record videos, and whatever. And I edit, and do all the things. Politics is a nightmare mess of hypocrisy. Oh, girl, you have no idea. Thank you, guys. Having a job seems counterintuitive to a channel theme as well. Guys are like, damn, Lazy Bedhead must be the laziest YouTuber, has a job. Listen, it's funny, okay? It's funny because it makes no sense. It's funny because it's like, I call myself lazy, and clearly, based on the effort of my videos, that's not the case. It's ironic. I'm ironic, guys. I'm so ironic. I love irony. Anyway. So let's talk about the subject of interest for today, chat. Thank you, of course, for tuning into the channel, tuning into the new videos. Hopefully I'll have a new one out by this coming weekend, or at least sometime next week. We'll see. I have a lot of commissions I have to do. A lot of them are, actually, I can show you the commission I just got done, actually. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. Where's the colored one? Do I not have is this not it? No, it is. Okay. Sorry. So, if you guys know, I have friends that do cons and stuff. They have a podcast group. They're called So You Think You Can Fanon. Check them out, obviously. And I'm kind of on commission, on call as their official artist. I've been doing art for them for a while. I've done a couple of art pieces for them. I hope that I have at least some of them. Because I was going to show... I have the one that I just got done, but I want to show the other ones too, because the other ones are just as good. The other ones are just as kino. Okay, so... This was the commission that they gave me. They went to ColossalCon in Texas, and they wanted their mascot to be dressed up as a cowgirl. Oh god, you can't see that. Okay, one second. You know what? I'll pull it up through here. Trying to show it through my phone. It's not gonna work. We'll just do it through here. I'm fucking dumb. Hey, Echo! Good to see you! Lazy is one of the harder working YouTubers out there. I mean, you know how it is. Okay, I have found them. I'm gonna save the images, actually, because I don't want to flash up their fucking private server. It's probably not on stream. Save that here. We'll get that one. We'll get the Wisconsin one, too, which was pretty good. The one for Wisconsin, and then we'll get the one that we did recently. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now that they're on my computer, I can open them up. Echo's gonna be the one that funds this entire stream, aren't they? Maddie, what is up, my guy? What's up? Thanks for kicking down my door again. I was just gonna show off some of my art, Maddie. I'm so happy you're here. Okay, so, chat. So, actually, you know what I should do? Wait, before we do anything, I need to get the fanon. I should get their actual thing. Can I open this, please? Could you like do what you're told for once? Fucking computer. Oh goodness. Okay, I found them. I want to put their channel in the chat so you guys can check them out as well. So that you guys don't have to go search them up. There we go. Okay. Oh, there it is. So, go back to that. Open this up. Open. Okay, so, I have posted their link in the chat description. Check it out. Also, remember, chat, we gotta reach the couch goal. I need to go and get the couch goal, and I will name my couch Megatron. Donate to the Megatron chat. Get to the couch goal. Anyway. So, this is my friends, So You Think You Can Fanon. They are a podcast group. This was the episode I was in a year ago. Dear Lord. Thank you, Echo, for the donations to the couch goal. Oh my god, they will fund my entire existence, I swear to god. But anyways, chat, this is the podcasting group that also does cons. They travel out to conventions. You should check out their podcasts. They're on all the social medias. I did a podcast with them about a year ago, and at some point they had an official artist that did all of couch name Megatron. I miss sometimes. That's why I'm determined. The couch goal we will get the couch goal. We will name a couch Megatron. Anyway. But their artist that they had on here, who is also part of the podcast, left the podcast a while ago. Thank you, Echo, for the 99 cents. They left the podcast a while ago, and they reached out to me and said, hey, you do art. Do you mind if we if we commission you for this thing? Because we kind of need a new artist. And I'm like, sure. So they needed a something for their ColossalCon Texas trip a little while ago. And this is their character called Fanon-chan. It's just a blue woman. And they just were like, we need, like, her to be, like, a cowgirl, because we're going to Texas, and I'm like, I got you. So this was, like, the first commission we did. I'm still really proud of this. This looks badass. But we did this, and this was kind of like the, oh, okay, we're gonna sign you on to be the official artist for a bit. Or at least one of the artists that we commission semi-regularly for the con trips and for all of this. And they basically use this as, like as a logo for advertising, but also they put it on t-shirts. If you go to their merch store, you can actually buy this on a t-shirt, which is cool. It can't be in stream for too long since I got writing to do. That's totally fine. Thank you. So we started off with this. This ended up being part of their advertising for the con, and this ended up being on t-shirts and stickers. It was cool. And then the next one we did was, I believe, this one. This one was the next one. This is when they went to Wisconsin, and if you guys know anything about Wisconsin, you know, the cheese hats, they're big with their cheese memorabilia. I don't know anything about sports. I don't know anything about sports. This is just a thing that they do in Wisconsin. It's sports related, but I would have no idea. But they just said, we need this because we're going to Wisconsin. So that was the second one I did. And then the final one that we did was... Couldn't find it for a second. Okay, so if you guys are going to Holiday Matsuri 2025, they will be there. They're doing a couple of panels. I made a logo for them, and this is based on the Christmas Town outfit and Keyblade design from Kingdom Hearts for Sora. So we did something based off of that, except for instead of like a whole shawl like thing, it's like a dress kind of thing. It's like a off-shoulder dress instead of like the, because it's like a hoodie or like a shawl at the top of the neck kind of thing. And it's got the Mastery Keyblade in the back. That's for the Halloween Town thing. I should have gotten to work with these guys. I want my art to be on shirts. Hey, you know what, Maddie? I might hit you up. I might get you guys connected. I absolutely could. I'll suggest it. I will, because they're pretty cool. They like working with a lot of different artists. They just go to me because I'm like their art friend. How am I muted? What the fuck? What is happening? I'm not like... it says I'm picking up, so I have no idea. That's so weird. Anyway. Hold on. Am I muted? How am I muted? My mic is picking up this time. Thank you. Okay, hold on. It's a crisis. We're experiencing a crisis. It doesn't say where. No, you're not muted. I think the internet is just being buggy. I think it has to be. I don't know. My internet has been kind of going in and out lately. I don't know, though. I have no idea. Thank you, Echo, though. But yeah, that's the stuff I do as like, those are like my big boy commissions that I charge full price for or whatever the fuck. It's not like the EPs where it's like, you subscribe to the Patreon, give me $5, I draw you. It's, we work on stuff, I create a concept sheet, and then I charge hourly based on the minimum wage here. You're getting trolled, you're not muted. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you. But no, it's based on an hourly rate. So like based on the minimum wage where I live, it's like $12.48. So I would do it based on that hourly rate. Thank you, Echo. Echo, all their donos is just gonna be going to the bubble goal, and it'll just be them freaking the fuck out. YouTube has been pretty shit since the AI updates. What AI updates? Oh my god. I mean, I could try ending the stream and rejoining. I have no idea why. Yeah, because it's saying that it's not on my end, because I'm re-listening it to it back, and I'm still very much clear on my end, so I have no idea. But yeah, no, that's how I usually do my commissions, is that I will charge at an hourly rate, and usually a full thing, like the last couple of few that I showed you, it took about, I think, the last two anyways, the Wisconsin one and the Holiday Matsuri took about 10 hours, I think. The cowboy one I did on a baseline like $50 because that was like the first trial of whether or not they wanted to hire me as like a artist for the podcast. They were like, we're not sure about you, we just want to ease into it kind of thing. And I was just like, I'll do it for a baseline 50, and then future projects I will charge full price. Although I feel like I should have charged full price anyway, but doesn't matter. I had that. You're doing art that cheap is crazy. It's not that cheap. The last two I charged like 120 for them, I think. I could be charging way more. Everybody says that. I feel nah, it's good on my end. My Wi-Fi is dog. Of course it is, Echo. Of course it is. But that's usually how I do my commissions. But I also don't just do commissions for that podcast group. I'm open to doing more commissions for other people. I just want you guys to know that, like, I'd be charging an hourly rate, and that's based on the minimum wage of my state, and it's gonna add a sales tax at the end of it. So most of what I charge for, like, full renders that take, like, 10 hours, I think is, like, 120. Most of the time, it can exceed to 130, I think. But maybe I should be charging more. I don't know. I feel like that's a good rate for me. I feel like exceeding $100 per like full render of these is pretty good. But I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Shut the fuck up, me. Shut up. Shut up! That's a good steal. Yeah, see, I feel like that's a pretty decent price for people who, like, want to buy into commissions and, like, can't. Is my mouth, like, why am I drooling anywhere? Where is my water? Anyway. Okay, there we go. No, we're all good. To be fair, the streaming setup I have, like, for my laptop, I've shown it, but, like, it's my laptop, and then it's, like, fully rendered onto, like, a screen over here, right? So, really, my computer is just a laptop that's, like, 8 years old. So, it could also just be on my end. I have no idea. But chat. As much as I want to talk about... You know what I actually have to do? What I have to do later. I have to do another commission for my partner. They want me to draw their D&D character, which I'm really, really excited for. Because... Yeah, I always recommend doing commissions on an assumed hourly rate with the minimum wage. Seems like a good foundation start. It's way easier than, like, guessing how long, like, kind of, like, setting, like, I see people do, like, full render commissions, like, the line art, the color, the full render, everything for, like, $60. I'm like, $60 for a full render is crazy. I told Maddie the same thing. Maddie can probably attest to this. I told Maddie, hey, if you're gonna do commissions, do it by an hourly rate, because that will save you from having to guess how much your full renders with, full color and full line art and everything, and then guesstimating how much you think it's worth. buy a PC. Buddy, I can't buy a PC now. They upped the price of RAM. They don't make RAM for the average consumer anymore. I would love to buy a PC, but I'm right now trying to fundraise, getting a couch and naming it Megatron. We have different priorities. Sorry. Anyways, let's talk about Lauren Boebert. Chat, if you guys, jeez, why you gotta call me out? I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying that's how I'm just saying that's what I told you to do when you first started. Anyways, we've been going on for 40 minutes. We need to get to the actual meat and potatoes of what we're doing today. So, yeah, as you guys know, we've been going on a little bit of a journey talking about the 4 women of MAGA who have not defective. I think saying that they defected from Donald Trump would be dishonest because a lot of them still support what he's doing, but have been embroiled in sort of these little spats with him, let's just say, over the Epstein vote. And we already talked about Marjorie Taylor Greene. That stream is still fully up if you guys want to see it. Today we are talking about the second cheerleader that I've been familiar with for a bit, and that is Lauren Boebert from Colorado. Lauren is interesting because I think out of everyone we're going to be talking about, Lauren is probably one of the ones that is the most hypocritical. I say that knowing that we have to talk about Nancy Mace at some point, and Lauren. But like, when it comes to her specifically, everything I see this woman, like, come out and say, this is what I stand for, she's doing something that is, like, the polar opposite, like, literally less than a month later. It's so funny. 200 for RAM is a small... Buddy, they used to be, like, $80. Are you fucking kidding me? Absolutely not. I'm turning on the brightness so I don't look like a ghost, but... everything that, when looking briefly into Lauren, and just kind of getting to understand who she is as a person, everything that she tends to stand... yes, Metal Man, we'll get to it. Everything she tends to stand for is something that, like, you read, like, a new article later, and she is, like, completely... Echo! Oh my god! Okay, take this donut, have fun. Echo, good lord, thank you for the 50. You know what, chat? You know what I'm gonna do? Echo, I'm doing this for you since you donate so much to the thing. I've been wanting to do this for a hot minute. Chat, I've had this idea for different goals, right? For, like, different donation goals. We have the bubble cult, but I've had a different idea. And since Echo has made it to a $50 dono because they're the GOAT, I think now would be a great time for me to pitch my idea to you guys. I have an idea for a donation goal set that if somebody donates $50, I have to put on a ridiculous shirt. And I have just the ridiculous shirt to showcase, to show exactly what I'm talking about. I will be right back. Echo, thank you for the 99 cent. Just in case anyone freaked out. I will be right back. Give me just a second. Goodbye. Okay, I can't roll out of here. Hold on. I will be right back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. All right, chat. So, hold on. All right. Okay. So, chat. This imagine. We're streaming, right? We streaming. Somebody like Echo, because they're an insane person and somebody needs to take away their fucking wallet from them. They donate, right? They just did. And I'm like, okay, chat, because we got a $50 donor, I have to put on the funny shirt. The funny shirt in question. This is for you, Echo. I love this shirt. I love it because I actually... The funny shirt in question. How the fuck... Guys, we're supposed to be talking about serious political issues, and I have to wear the I have itchy balls shirt. No one is ever gonna take this channel seriously. Thank you, Echo, for the $50. I hope you appreciate the shirt. Hey, we also hit the goal. Let's go, chat. Woo! Okay, sorry. I'm doing the bubbles again. You guys suck. I fixed it! Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Shut up! Olive, shut up! No, I wasn't! No, I wasn't! You didn't see that! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! No, I wasn't. Shush. Shut up. No. Shush. Shush! Shut up, Echo! Echo, you're gonna get banned. Whatever. Whatever! Everyone shush. Shush. I'm the best streamer. I'm the perfect streamer ever. I am the best streamer. You guys can't... No. Put the hat on. Put this hat on. I've been doing this for an hour. We have not gotten to it. Lazy couldn't ban. I couldn't, actually. They fund my entire channel. I got it. Hello, Yellowstar. Nice to meet you. Censoring your top guy is crazy work. I'd be doing them a favor. Where else is their money supposed to go other than their wallet? And stay there! Anyway. Oh, God. Everything's sticky now. I should get, like, a towel so that, you know, when I spray you in the face... Wordage. No. No. God damn it. Proceeds to write you know what, Echo? You're the... Guys, it can't just be Echo the entire time, I swear to God. Lazy, I wanted to rail more. You should do Mango or Springtrap for a Comic-Con this year. Maybe. Anyways, chat. Let me just make sure. Is this still playing? Oh, it is.
Operation until there's nothing less. Stay fucked up and expect nothing less. Been trouble since knee height. Roll a joint down to the knee.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright. Okay, I gotta reset the goal. I gotta reset it. This time, we're doing teal or higher. Alright, there. Lazy, I haven't. Echo, I'm afraid of you. The gaming trog with 2. The good witch, lazy warrior of peace, eat that sucker. Echo is rich. My headcanon is that Echo is just secretly Jeff Bezos or something. Like, goodness. Okay, fine. Guys, it's been an hour and we have not gotten to what we were supposed to be talking about today. Stop derailing me. We need to talk about the woman who Trump tried to intimidate to get her name off the Epstein list. Sign. So, if you guys were here for the last stream, you know we're going on a little bit of a journey. A journey into discovering the 4 people who decided to sign the Epstein list despite President Trump begging them not to. And one of them is Lauren Boebert. This is Lauren Boebert, in case you've never seen her before. Lauren Boebert played a key role in forcing the U.S. House vote Tuesday on a measure that would compel the release of the Department of Justice release related to its investigation into the sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. The Republican-controlled Senate also approved the measure, sending it to the President Donald Trump for his signature. Boebert, a Windsor Republican, was one of the only 4 House Republicans who signed to discharge the petition to force the House vote. Speaker Mike Johnson held up a bipartisan effort to vote on the legislation amidst opposition from Trump, keeping the White House to keeping the House in recess throughout the duration of the federal government shutdown that ended last week. But Trump on Sunday abruptly changed his position and encouraged House Republicans in the majority vote to release the Epstein files. The House voted 247-1. Holy shit, that is a lot of people. Stop derailing Lacey's chat. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you. Didn't she also kill her dog? I thought that was Kristi Noem. She might have been, though. I don't remember. I thought that was Kristi Noem. But we need to talk about my littlest pet shop. Guys, do we need to recreate? Hold on. Okay, wait. So chat. No. You guys don't get that yet. So there's this bitch, right? Her name's Kristi Noem and she shot her dog. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. So the House voted unanimously to release the files, right? Trump was like trying to call upon people to remove her name. Boebert was one of those. Last week, Boebert was the sole member of Congress in a Situation Room meeting with White House officials, including Attorney Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel. The meeting was part of an administration effort to get Boebert to remove her name from the discharge position, according to reports, though Boebert told CNN that Trump did not pressure her to take her name off. She did not speak with Trump while she was at the White House. Thank you, Echo, for the $4.99. Don't tempt me. God damn it. God, Jesus. What the hillbill is going on? Dude. Can't imagine being the one guy who said no. Honestly. I don't remember what his name was. I think his reasoning was that, like, he put out a statement why he voted no. I can't remember what it was, but it was like, it's going to hurt people, and it's like, yeah, it's gonna hurt the pedophiles, you idiot. Anyway. Oh, good lord. That Trump did not pressure her to take the name off. She did not speak with Trump while she was at the White House, and she spoke with Bondi about gun laws in addition to the Epstein files. She said, "The president has not forced me to do anything. The president has not put pressure on me. I was not asked by the president to remove my name. Every conversation I had was welcomed and very civil, and, you know, it's okay for people to have discussions about things that are going on with our nation." So, I guess the common misconception, they're secretly part of the Yakuza. Okay, no, that's funnier. Did Echo rob a bank? Honestly. At this point, your wallet needs a restraining order from you. Oh my god, Echo is getting slandered. Don't slander Echo. They are currently funding the couch goal. I want my couch and I want Megatron now. Anyway. But the common misconception when Lauren was brought into the Situation Room was that Trump was forcing her to remove their name. Hold on. Okay. Am I here? Okay, good. That Trump themselves was trying to force Lauren to take their name off. And that's not necessarily what happened, because I don't believe that Trump was in that room. Unless, of course, Lauren Boebert is lying, which you'll see she lies a lot. But Lauren Boebert was one of the names that ended up signing on, although she was called into a Situation Room in regards to the Epstein file vote. I believe that it was mainly Echo secretly robbed a bank. Spider senses are going up. If they did, we didn't see it, okay? Okay? But basically, the idea was that, I believe it was mostly Mike Johnson. Thank you, Echo, for the $4.99. Nah, I steal from the rich and give to everybody. Well, give to Metal Man. I don't know. Give to the Gaming Troge. Give to Maddie. But anyway, fact of the matter is, Gaming Troves with a 2. A new sofa, you say. Here you go. Thank you. Thank you. Fund the couch goal. I want my Megatron. Anyway. I'm gonna get, you know what I should get? Thank you, Middleman, for the 5. Such heroic nonsense. Here is something for the glory of the Megatron couch. You know what I'm gonna do? I am going to buy this damn couch. I'm gonna get somebody get a Cricut machine or like something to do embroiders or whatever the fuck, and I'm gonna get Megatron embroidered on this fucking couch. Let's sue Echo. No! Leave Echo alone. Echo just believes in my cause of the Megatron couch, okay? They just believe in the cause that much. So, basically, the 4 people that signed on to this petition was Nancy Mace, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and somebody else that I can't remember the name of at the moment. I think it was a guy. It was some dude. But, like, if you guys know Lauren Boebert, you would know that her and Marjorie Taylor Greene are considered Trump's cheerleaders, right? These two have been pining for Trump forever. Not to fuck him, although, given their devout loyalty, it wouldn't surprise me. But them going against the vote for the Epstein files, considering how much Trump was, you know, allegedly on call, because I have to say that because AI exists now, but on call telling people not to release the Epstein files, kind of campaigning that we don't need to release them, Midgematic with the $4.99, a little bribe to remember Little Guys Inc. when the stonks skyrocket. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But they ended up getting the votes they needed in the Senate. It passed unanimously in the House with no changes to the resolution, and this upsetted mostly Mike Johnson for some reason, because Mike Johnson has been pining to make sure that this vote never happened, and it did work. But out of, like, the 4 that we're going to be talking about for the next couple of streams, it's mostly been, like, Echo with the $4.99. I will share the riches with everyone. Please do. Thank you so much. God, you guys are doing great tonight with these. Bubonic tonics, we're going to get to it. Thank you for the 2, though. Didn't Boebert get kicked out of the... Yes. Okay. Alright. Listen. Okay. We might as well get this out of the way because we have been doing this for about an hour now and we're only just now starting. If you guys don't know, one of the more embarrassing things that came out about Lauren Boebert, just to put it into perspective, Lauren Boebert is the type of person who hates the gays, right? They think that gay people she's against gay marriage. She has openly said, like, I don't believe in changing the definition of marriage to be anything besides identifying as, like, a man and woman getting married. Maddie, thank you for the 2. So many damn couch goals. Honestly, people believe in the Megatron couch, and I do too. Your dreams are coming real. So true. Oh, God. So, Lauren Boebert has openly said that she does not want to redefine the definition of marriage to be anything besides man and woman. She believes that drag queens are grooming children. She does not believe in transgender rights. And it's all on the basis of protecting the kids. She's also, by the way, against having any form of sex education in general schools. Like, completely. And so you would think somebody who is so anti-sex positive for the sake of protecting the kids, would not be doing inappropriate things in public. Like, this! So let's watch this.
Boebert, Boebert, Boebert. Say it 3 times and she appears in security video.
Run that by me one more time. Can we run that by me one more time? Wait.
Boebert, Boebert, Boebert. Say it 3 times and she appears in security video from a weekend performance of Beatles.
Amazing. She hates gays, but she saw Beetlejuice. Dude. Don't forget the family AR-15 photos. Don't forget the fact that she was the one that, like, right, I don't remember which shooting it was. I think it was the one in Uvalde. She showed up to Congress with a AR-15 pin on her lapel. One more time, it's so fun. It is actually the funniest. This reporter is the sassiest person. Please, again, Mr. Reporter, I will turn you up all the fucking way. Hold on. I will turn you up so goddamn loud. It's only coming out of my one ear for some reason. I can't control that, I'm sorry. But, one more time, chat.
Boebert, Boebert, Boebert. Say it 3 times and she appears in security.
So good. Anyways, I'm sorry. Okay. She hates me because I gay lol. Dude, there's so many gay people in this fucking chat. Don't even worry about it. Anyway.
Security video from a weekend performance of Beetlejuice, where the congresswoman was kicked out of the theater for being disruptive. The DCPA says she was vaping. Boebert's team denied that, said the haze was from fog machines in the show. That claim goes up in smoke.
Dude, she denies that she was vaping. Actively, you see. Oh.
That claim goes up in smoke when you see the video.
Yeah.
The pregnant woman sitting behind Boebert told the Denver Post she asked her to stop vaping, and Boebert refused. Her one-woman show continued, taking flash photos, raising her hands and dancing, often the only one clapping or standing up in the crowd. Boebert occasionally took a break from being disruptive to enjoy the company of her male companion. He briefly had a grasp on the situation before ushers returned and told Boebert she had to leave. The theater's incident report says Boebert pulled the "Don't you know who I am" card on the way out.
Of course. Fucking of course she did. God damn it. She did so many yeah. Oh god, was that guy doing a Nazi salute? No, I think he was just like pointing out like what's going on stage by doing this thing. I don't know if he was doing a Nazi salute. I may not be gay, but I support the gay homies and other homies of other orientations. We love that for you, Maddie. We love an ally. This reporter's amazing. I know. She hates me because I don't know what attraction feels like. Damn. So real.
To give theater employees the single finger salute.
The single finger salute?
The single
Wait, what does that
appearing
mean?
to give theater employees.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, it is the one ear. I don't know how to fix this otherwise. But basically, chat. Do I have her thing pulled up? I don't believe so. I should pull up her. Hold on. I should pull up her thing. Hold on. Where is her Wikipedia page? Here it is. Okay. La 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 la. Let's go to the thing. Blah blah blah. Sorry. Okay, so I found it. Sorry. On September 10th, 2023, Boebert and a male companion were removed by security staff for performance of Beetlejuice the Musical in the theater in Denver, Colorado. After she made her companion cause a disturbance by vaping, singing, and recording the performance and groping each other. Boebert initially denied having vaped as well as causing a disturbance, writing on social media that she pleaded guilty to laughing and singing too loud. After surveillance video footage of the incident was released, she apologized for falling short of her values in vaping. You're from fucking Colorado. Nobody gives a shit that you vape. Girl. Yeah. The video shows Boebert's companion fondling her breast and Boebert caressing his genitalia while they were in their seats. Months later, Boebert described this incident as a very private moment that the media had broadcast. It is not a very private moment if you're doing it out in public. Ladies and gentlemen, must I remind you that this is the same woman that claims that whenever somebody in drag is out doing drag, that they are grooming kids in public. Meanwhile, we have her grabbing someone's cock and balls in public at Beetlejuice the goddamn musical. Ladies and gentlemen, wait, other side. Not a drag queen! That's right, good job! Say it in unison! Chat, was it a drag queen that decided to grab someone's cock and balls in a public theater? No, it was not a drag queen! Good job! Yes! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes! Congratulations! This is the motto of the entire stream, by the way. Not a drag queen! It's this... Anyway, every time she does anything that infuriates me and upsets the gays, I'm gonna pull out the sign. I'm gonna move the sign over, actually. We're gonna do... Yeah. This. Okay. I'm gonna get cut off, but it's fine. It's fine. Not a drag queen. Exactly. Exactly! So, let's talk about Miss Lauren Boebert and where she's from. I have some notes. Where's my thing? There it is. Okay. So. Open this up. God damn it. Open! Get in there. Okay. I should probably do that. Do this. Oh god, what have I done? No. Okay, and then do this. Okay. So. Let's talk about where Lauren stands, you know, ideally. So obviously she is a Trump dick rider. Like, it's pretty obvious everything she does. Even when she was proposed to taking her name off the Jeffrey Epstein file list in order to protect her dear president, she didn't comply, but she still is very heavily in favor of most of Trump's policies anyways, regardless of the Epstein vote that may have questioned whether or not he was in the files or not. What did I say? I didn't say anything. Anyway. But there's been speculation whether or not this person identifies with the far right. In comparison to Marjorie Taylor Greene, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's extreme, but she's a pussy. You know what I mean? Like, she's extreme, but she quit as soon as all of that extreme fanning of the flames that she had been doing for years came back to bite her in the ass, right? Boebert doesn't have that. She's also a pussy, but she doesn't have the backbone to go against the fanning of the flames. Echo with the $4.99. Can I? Where is my chat thing? Oh my god, it's not registering anymore. I hate everything. I hate this. Okay, hold on. Okay, I brought it back. This is a public. Shut the fuck up. She has as much intelligence as a sewer drain. Good lord. So true. God damn. But, basically, the reason why people say that she's part of the far right is because she believes in an awful lot of far right conspiracy theories. One of the conspiracy theories that she believes in, which I want to show you because I think it's fucking hilarious. Alright, let me get... Oh god. Where'd it go? I lost it. Okay, I found it again. Get in there. Okay, so this is one of the conspiracy theories that Lauren Boebert has proposed. If you guys don't know what this is, The Clinton body count conspiracy theory, was, I don't know if it originally originated on 4chan and QAnon, like, areas or not, but I think this has been around for a very long time. It is the idea that specifically, like, Hillary Clinton, not like her husband, like, her specifically, has had a lot of their political opponents murdered, often to look like suicides. This got really heavily pushed when, Jeffrey Epstein passed away. And honestly, maybe. What? I'm not believing in a QAnon conspiracy theory. I'm believing in a fact of life. And it's that if Trump can kill a bunch of fishermen out at sea for political gain, I don't see why the fuck the Clintons can't kill people, okay? It's all fair in love and war, alright? Whatever. Anyway. So she's open to, admitting that she believes in specific QAnon conspiracy theories. She has cited QAnon as a reliable source. She also believes in the conspiracy theory that the election of 2020 was stolen. She was the one that fanned a lot of the flames during that time. And you'll notice that, like, a lot of the people that we're talking about, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Nancy Mace, they only ran and, like, became, like, political figures, like, actual representatives in Congress around the years of, like, 2018 to 2020. It was around that span of time is when they started actually trying to, run for seats in office. Before, they just were kind of, like, political commentators. Lauren herself is interesting because Lauren used to own a bunch of restaurants. And so a big reason why she decided to run for the Senate, or no, she's in the House of Representatives, or Senate, whichever one. The reason why she became a politician was because of a couple things. One, because she didn't agree with the 2020 mask mandates and shutting down everything over COVID. Because she is a small business owner, she's owned a couple of different food and restaurant places before she decided to inevitably go into office. The reason why a lot of these people start running for for office and trying to become political figures is out of spite. Marjorie Taylor Greene did it because she believed that the Parkland shooting was, like, a personal spite against her right to own a gun, because they were talking a lot about gun regulations at that time. After every school shooting, they do this. But in this one specifically, she felt like there was enough of representation from the Democratic side and Democrats talking about gun regulation that she thought that she was under personal attack, and she's like, I don't want to lose my guns, so she'll run to protect those rights because she sees them in threat of being taken away. The truth of the matter is that literally Democrat and Republican across the lines are all funded by the fucking NRA, so that was probably never gonna fucking happen anyway. Everyone's taking, like, back cash money from the NRA all the time, so it was probably never gonna happen. It's a bunch of talk about it and then never do anything about it because the people that back their campaigns are the ones that are pushing for gun legislation to have guns be easier access to people anyway. So, Lauren, on the other hand, felt that she was personally slighted by, Democrats because, COVID happened and she thought her restaurant was gonna die. So she actually, hold on, let me see if I have this in my notes, it's this one. Actually, well, it's not that one, we'll get to that one, actually. This one. So, get in there. So, Lauren was not very shut the fuck up. Lauren was not very happy with the fact that she had to follow the mask mandates during, this time, when she owned her restaurant, which I think was called, it was called the, what was it called? Does it say it in here? It was called the Pistol Bar or something like that. It was gun related. It was like the Rifles Bar. And when she owned this bar, they told her, hey, you know, states gotta shut down, we gotta, like, not do indoor dining and stuff like that, and she basically threw a hissy fit and said, I'm not gonna let the government tell me what to do, and then she lost her license to own that restaurant and, like, be, like, you have to have licensing in order to, like, run and own and operate, like, restaurants, because it's handling and food safety, so you have to have, like, a lot of verifications that you know how to, you know, run a restaurant and safely manage, like, food and whatever it may be. She lost that license because she went against, the mandates at the time that was supposed to, you know, combat the spread of COVID, and she said, fuck you! She also said, she also is the same, one of those people, and to be fair, Marjorie Taylor Greene's the same way, where she believes that, you know, getting poked with the vaccine is equivalent to getting the Star of David on your body or on your clothes, and she believes that anti-vaxxers are being persecuted just like the Jews in the Holocaust. Perfect. Awesome, right? So cool. So fucking awesome. So, one of the things that Lauren is mostly known for, is a couple of things. One, her guns right activism. She's the same, congressperson who came in to office with the AR-15 pin instead. It usually, for proper decorum, it would be, a eagle, or, like, it would be the flag of the United States as a pin. Hers was an AR-15, and that was shortly after the, Uvalde shooting, which people found very insensitive, obviously. But she's also known for, aside from her gun rights thing, which she's huge on guns, she's an open carrier in Denver. She's also known for being very anti-just people. I'm reading a quote directly from, if you guys back up a little bit. So, Lauren Boebert comes from a single family where she was a single mother. Can I? Hold on. Go back. Oh, God. Inception. Where is, do I still have, okay, there it is. Go back up. So, in her early humble beginnings, Lauren Boebert was from a single family, right? Or a single parent family. Her mother sassy. Her mom didn't know who her dad was, and I don't think she knows who her dad is either. So she is a mystery as to where she comes from. And because of this, her mom was a single parent for a very long time. She has a couple other siblings, I'm pretty sure. And obviously, that was hard, being from a single parent household. Her mom was a single mom trying to raise all her kids by herself, not knowing who the fucking dad is. And so because of this, they were on welfare for a very long time. And this is what, even though this woman grew up on welfare, this is what she is quoted in saying about welfare when somebody asked her about it. I grew up in a rough part of Denver. We were on welfare, and my mom thought you need the government to survive. Don't try and make it on your own because it won't be enough. The kids won't be fed. My mom believed that lie. So I lived with a poverty mindset. But after I got my first job at a local McDonald's, and I got my first paycheck, I felt such a sense of pride. I remember thinking that I could do a much better job at taking care of myself than the government ever could. So from that point on, I rejected the policy I was raised to believe in. So, McDonald's fucking saves the day, I guess. She gets one McDonald's job, and she's just like, you know what? Welfare's fucking stupid. But if you don't know that, she used to be a registered Democrat from 2006 to 2008. And then from 2008 on, she was a Republican. She owned a couple of restaurants, one of which was a pistol bar. And this bar was named because she's super into her guns. Now, I'm sure you guys are probably asking how she got so into her guns. And that's a great question that I'm so happy that I can answer for you. So, here is the backstory of Lauren Boebert, if it'll load. God damn it. Take your fucking time. That's great. We're gonna, you know what? It's because it's a web archive. That's why it's not gonna fucking open up. We'll do this. There we go. So, This is, okay, it's called Shooter's Grill. There you go. It's in Rifle, Colorado, right? Get it? Get it? Rifle, Shooters, it's funny! Anyway, perfect. Perfect place for her to be. This guy does not want to be in this photo right now. He's so confused. Anyway. So here's the story as to why this woman is so into her guns. One day... I'm gonna get, hold on. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Children of single fathers either turn into masterful artists or absolute psychopaths. Well. The humble and exploitative daughter. I know, yeah. It's so funny. Be so funny if she did all this. Yeah, if... Ronald McDonald has had enough of this bullshit in bed. Thank you, Echo. Anti-mask stuff is a good sign for to stop first joining in, lol. I'm still waiting for the day South Park makes fun of her. I thought they already did, but dream guest on my podcast, let's make things up, Lauren Boebert. I haven't read my chat in a second. Why would mask mandates kill her business? Wasn't pickup made way bigger during that time? Listen, Lauren Boebert may have owned a bunch of restaurants. That doesn't mean she was good at owning them. I think I read somewhere that she lost about like $250,000 from her businesses that were unsuccessful. So just because she owned a bunch of restaurants doesn't mean she's a good business owner, guys. It just means that you can. Her backstory as to why she's evil. Guys, I'm going to explain to you the backstory of why Lauren Boebert's evil with my favorite little guys. I need to find one, though, that's not going to get nose clipped. Hold on. Let's go with, this one. And, fuck. Let's go with that one, and we're going to go with this one. Actually, no, not this one. That one's my favorite. I don't want to represent Lauren Boebert with my favorite. She's got to be, like, catty. You know what I mean? She'll be this one. Okay. All right, chat. So... Oh god! You know what? Fuck it. It's fine. So, this is Lauren Boebert. She owns the Shooter Grill in Rifle, Colorado. One day... I forgot to grab this one. Hold on. One day... Fuck was that? Anyway. Well, she's... Littlest backstory. Of course, guys. One day, while she's running her little restaurant, there are two men. Where are they? Okay, two men that are standing outside of her restaurant. One of these men beats this man to death with his bare hands. Ah! Right? And Lauren Boebert was so frightened by this occurrence, witnessing this outside of her own bar and grill, that she's like, you know what? I gotta get a gun. But in reality, chat, that might not be entirely true. This story is mostly false. Thank you, Snopes. In August of 2013, a man died after collapsing around 1 block from Lauren Boebert's restaurant in Rifle, Colorado. According to witness reports, he had been involved in a physical altercation earlier that night. That is what is true. What is false is that the man was not beaten to death. The results of his autopsy concluded that he died from a methamphetamine intoxication, a drug overdose. Although the man was found close to Boebert's restaurant, he was not outside of it. In March of 2021, U.S. Representative Lauren Boebert, the controversial first-term Republican congresswoman from Colorado, spoke from the floor of the House of Representatives in opposition to a bill that would expand background checks for prospective gun buyers. Wow, who would be against this? Huh? Who would possibly be against something as easy as, hey, maybe we should check to make sure whoever's buying a gun isn't going to shoot the place up. We gotta make sure that they're mentally stable enough to own the gun. But she's against that. You know why? Here's why. During her brief remark on March 10th, she described a violent incident that, in her account, prompted her to carry a handgun on her personnel at all times in order to protect herself. According to Boebert, shortly after she opened a restaurant, Shooter's Grill, in the town Rifle, funny, a man was beaten to death outside the diner. When I became a business owner, I needed to protect myself. There was an altercation outside of my restaurant where a man was physically beaten to death. There were no weapons involved. He was beaten to death by another man's hands. I have a lot of young girls that work in my restaurant, and we need an equalizer. I am 5 foot tall. Surprisingly very short. I barely weigh 100 pounds. I need something against a strong potential aggressor to defend myself with. Talk about women's rights, don't take away my right to protect myself. I don't disagree with this notion, really. I don't. The problem is when she gets to the point where she's wearing rifle pins right after a school shooting. That's when I have a little bit of a fucking problem. So this is her story.
From Colorado,
it's
the co-chair of the Second Amendment Caucus, Ms. Boebert.
Gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you, Ranking Member Jim Jordan. I was raised, Mr. Speaker, in a Democrat home, so I understand how these policies are deceiving. I understand that we're told guns are scary. That's what we were told, and that's what we believed, because we trusted the people that we voted for. But just as most...
Okay, it's just not gonna...
way to live.
There you go.
I was ignorant to firearms and the proper use of them. When I became a business owner, I needed to protect myself. There was an altercation outside of my restaurant where a man was physically beat to death. There were no weapons involved. He was beat to death by another man's hands. I have a lot of young girls who work in my restaurant, and we needed an equalizer. I'm 5 foot tall. I barely weigh 100 pounds.
Sorry.
I need something against a stronger potential aggressor to defend myself with. Talk about women's rights. Don't take my right away to protect myself. I mean, seriously, what are we doing here?
Dude, okay, here's the crazy thing about this proposal that's being put on the stand. What they're proposing would not have taken away her right to protect herself. It would not have taken away her gun. All it does is put in a provision to be like, we need to do mental background checks to the people we're giving guns to. If she already has her gun, they're not going to take it away and say you need to pass like a mental evaluation to re-get it back. It's just for future purchases. They're talking about the purchases after her, not before. The fuck? Anyway, she's done. Anyway, some journalists and news outlets were quick to challenge the accuracy of Boebert's story, calling it a lie, debunked, and bogus. These reports pointed to a September 2020 article published by the Colorado Sun, which presented the following account. The Rifle Police Department has no record of such a murder. A man did die on a sidewalk down the street from shooters in an early morning on August 22nd, 2013. Initially, it was investigated as a possible homicide, but an autopsy determined the man died of a drug overdose. So, if there's one thing about Lauren Boebert you'll tend to realize, aside from her being the biggest hypocrite, I think, out of everyone we're going to cover, is that she's just a fucking liar. Constantly. If there's so many parts of her story that people are like, it doesn't add up. There's so many things that she says that does not add up. She is constantly lying all of the time. Oh, it's so funny. Let me see if this is the... Yeah... I think so. I think this is the next thing. It's not this one. It's not that. Oh, this is another embedded thing. Okay. I'll show this in just a second. So, this is probably what we're gonna probably look at next. Alright. We could listen to 6 minutes of it, but I can read. Guys, I'm a good reader, aren't I? Not as strong, but still. What if I, a transgender person, wanted to own a firearm for self-defense? Well, I mean, she can't be against that, right? It's your right, obviously, but she also hates you, so... Goodness. Why do you back up with a source? The source that I made it the fuck... Do I have that still? Wait, hold on. Do I have that still on here? I forgot. Wait, it's this. Hold on.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Does the source thing not work?
Nice argument,
Oh,
Senator.
no, it does.
Why don't you back it up with a...
I forgot I had these. I forgot. I forgot I had these. How do I forget that I have my strongest weapon of choice? Memes. Me. I forgot about it.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, let's read. Lauren Boebert blasted into Colorado politics at the Aurora rally with an in-your-face microphone moment and a gun. She emerged from the crowd at a rally for the then presidential hopeful Beto O'Rourke of Texas and grabbed the mic to shout, "Hell no, you're not," in response to O'Rourke's pledge to take away assault-style weapons. Yeah, well, okay. Not that provision. This specific one is different. Well, why would she want this? Just own a handgun. It's the same. God damn it. Whatever. Why does she need an AR-15 specifically to defend herself? If she already is open carrying a handgun. Whatever, dude. The shout from an armed, brash, 5-foot-tall woman in a sparkling, high-heeled, tight jean and holstered Glock would catch the attention of a conservative Republican. Everything that is described about Lauren Boebert is the most fucking insane character of a politician who's really into guns. It's crazy. She is a character, if anything. It would help launch a newbie political candidate with enough momentum to take down a 5-term congressman, something that hadn't been done in Colorado's primary in 48 years. Kill me, I need water. It's empty. No. I need to stop doing things on stream. I need to stop doing things on stream that'll get me clipped for no reason. I can't. Okay. Yeah, assault-style weapon is a very vague term. Plenty of loophole. Yeah, exactly. Well, whatever. I'm just thinking that her carrying an AR-15 specifically and be like, I need this to protect myself. You already walk around with a handgun. Relax. Anyway. Behind Boebert's metaphoric rise, before she became known as owning Shooter's Grill, before she went viral, before she entered President Donald Trump's orbit, it is a past neither she nor her campaign is willing to discuss. It's because she used to be a registered she used to be a registered Democrat. That's probably why. It's a history that includes run-ins with the law, an eviction, and a failed restaurant venture. Boebert came on like a Western Colorado version of Sarah Palin. Wow, Jesus. All of the sassy reporting today is amazing. With her folksy talk about being a mom and her fealty to God and guns. Her fealty? What is this word? Anyway. The 33-year-old already knew how to handle a spotlight after opening Shooter's Grill, a much-hyped restaurant in Rifle where the staff packed heat. Oh, that's awesome. I understand the intent of legislation, it's just that it requires a massive overhaul of how the AFT classified firearms and how they're sold. Sure, if you want to say like that the proposal needs to be more specific, I do definitely agree. I'm thinking like anything that's like military grade, I don't think should be in the hand. Like, you know, assault rifles like that is like, I see that being used in a combat setting in like military tactical thing. The hands of regular people is a little scary because that's what a lot of school shootings use, and it's fucking awful. I mean, she does look like Palin. Yeah, you're right. To move on from gun shticks to politics, Boebert had ditched her dyed blonde and flannel shirt persona and adopted Palin-style glasses and long dark hair. Like Palin, she honed a steady stream of crowd-pleasing, quick-draw insults aimed at anyone who didn't stare her, ultra-conservative, or who didn't share her ultra-conservative views. Those who did ate it up. We've never seen a candidate like Lauren ever, enthused Edward Wilkins. I mean, you probably have. Crazy. How is military grade a vague term? I'm talking about, like, you know, weapons of big mass destruction, you know. It's stuff that, like, it can mow down an entire flock of people very quickly. Not like handgun, like it's just a single shot. I'm talking about the ones that, you know what I'm talking about? Like that. How do you specify that? I would specify that specifically. That's a little scary to have in the hands of regular people. But we've never seen a candidate like Lauren ever, enthused Edward Wilkins, a rifle gun owner, former cop, and member of the far-right anti-government Oath Keepers group. Oh, amazing! Awesome! She's already being shouted out by the Oath Keepers! Great! I love this! Can't wait for SNL to make fun of this. I just don't think she's as relevant now. Maybe back when she was like... back when she was first running, maybe, but a bazooka. Yeah, no, I don't think that a bazooka should be in the hands of regular people. Although, I want a bazooka. No, I'm kidding. I have a bubzooka. Don't take away my gun rights! Guys, don't take away my gun rights. Donate to the couch goal and I will shoot you with my right to own a gun. Anyway. Wilkes is so high on Boebert that he is predicting that she has what it takes for a shooting star rise in politics. I mean, granted, she's very loud and upfront, so, like, yeah. Bazookas are not in the hands of regular people, I assure you. I wish. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. When have we ever used, like, actual bazookas? Hold on. Have we ever... Hold on. I want to know. Don't give Lazy that power. Bazooka. All right, Echo with the 99. Or 99, 4.99. I can read. Oh, is this what they normally? I know that they're over the shoulder, but I didn't know they were huge. Look at how big this thing is. Scary. See, guys, would you not want me to have this? God, should we change the couch goal? Change the couch goal to the bazooka goal. Actually, see, because you have something like this that doesn't look super big, and then you have something like that. So I'm guessing it's, like, different, like, things. A jazz-playing comedian in the Marines gave us the name Bazooka. Oh, that's funny. See, I don't know how often these are probably used nowadays. I mean, these are, like, older pictures from, like, whenever. This is probably a more recent one. See, they're not as big and funny as they used to be. This looks like a giant fucking trumpet to me. Give me the bazooka. Lazy is asking the real question. Get Lazy an RPG. In Minecraft. For legal reasons, I just want a bazooka in Minecraft. I don't actually want one in real life. But guys, I would like to pack some heat, wouldn't you? Could you imagine me? Just hold on. Motherfucker. Okay, it would be labeled as a destructive device and must be registered with the AFT. Firing one with an actual explosive round would likely result in severe destructive property damages. But wouldn't you like me to have that power? Get her a bubble RPG. You know what I saw the other day at the mall? Your ass is owning a bazooka because you'd be in major legal trouble. But why should I be? Don't you trust me with a giant? You can trust me with that. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. You know what I saw the other day? I was at the mall and I saw, like, this giant, like, it was a bubble gun, but it was, like, one of those really big ones that, like, was a two-handed thing that went like that. I should have bought it. Let Lazy get a Let Lazy get a tank. So true. Oh my god. A stand would be way better because there's some goat. Let Lazy get a tank is so funny. Somebody draw that. Somebody draw me in a tank. Oh my god. Anyway. She would have the backing of all Americans if she chose to do it. Well, she is in Congress. This is way before. This is like when she was first running. She is actually part of the House of Representatives now. Let's see. Automatic weapons and short-barreled rifles. Semi-automatic ones as well. Also need paperwork and a tax stamp. A tax stamp? Oh, to tax the weapon? Cool. It's a stand shape as a tank. That's funny. When you say short-barreled rifles, are you talking about, like, something like that? Or, like, not the long ones, not like the ARs, like something that'd be, like, more hand things, I think. Lazy for Congress? Guys, I don't know anything about politics or anything like that. I just think this is funny. I just like hypocritical people in politics. Yes? Okay, that's what I thought. I just like hypocritical people in politics because I think it's hilarious. Okay. So, yeah, so, in terms of, what this woman, where most of her beliefs come from, right? 16 inches, that's it. It's a tad bit bigger than a sub sandwich. Goodness gracious. But in terms of where a lot of this woman's beliefs come from, and a reason why she's kind of became part of politics, is because, you know, one, I think part of it is due to her upbringing, being that she was raised in I think Colorado is one of those swing states where it could swing either way, but, like, she used to be a registered Democrat, and so, as she started developing more of, like, a not a love for guns, but, like, a need to protect herself and stuff like that, and seeing people, want to legislate that more and more, the access to them, she felt like it was a personal attack on herself, right? So that's a big reason why she ended up going into politics and whatever. But the secondary reason is because she got pulled into extremism, right? So, Boebert expressed enthusiasm for the fringe movement of QAnon. Dude, we gotta do, like, a QAnon stream and, like, understand, the in and outs of QAnon, because they are so fascinating as a movement. A lot of these people who are in QAnon do, like, really criminal shit later on. A wide-ranging conspiracy theory that started as the notorious internet forum 4chan, notorious internet forum, that's crazy, and has recently pushed the idea of the pandemic as part of a government plot to control the public. Boebert had distanced herself from one of the more extreme QAnon notions, including the idea that anyone opposing Trump are Satan-worshipping, blood-drinking pedophiles. Guys, politics are crazy, because what the fuck? What the fuck? But she has embraced the idea that there is a deep state anti-Trump network. She has also not weighed in directly on other QAnon mythologies, including lies that mass shootings in America have been a false flag operation to help the pedophile cannibals stealing children. Good lord. Okay, so guys, let's make it clear. She's not a QAnon nutcase. She at least not the crazy ones. Like, this stuff, like, the false flag stuff, believing, some mass shootings are false flag, that is, Marjorie Taylor Greene territory. She's a little bit less insane. A tiny bit less insane. She believes in some of them, just not the crazy ones about blood-drinking pedophiles. How do we get here, guys? You can't take any of this seriously, because you get to stuff like this, and it's like, what the fuck? God. But, okay, so, sorry. Another big reason why, and I didn't really talk about this, I sort of talked about this the last stream, but we didn't really get too heavily into this idea. If I still have it in here. Well, we'll get to that in a second. I should just look it up on here and pull it. Yeah. Okay. So, let's talk about the squad. The squad. So, I've talked about this a little bit. She's QAnon light. How did we get here? You're not my beautiful wife. Yeah, it's funny. But a big reason why you saw people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert pop up and then make their runs around the era of 2018 to 2021 is because of this thing called the Squad. It is a progressive and left-leaning faction of the Democratic Caucus in the U.S. House of Representatives. Members of the Squad are all members of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. The Squad comprises of the furthest left faction of the Democratic Caucus. And I need you people to understand that, like, when they say that this is the furthest left, most people who are Democrats, they think that this is the radical left, right? That everybody who's a Democrat is a radical left. I need you people to understand, right? Most people who are, like, part of the Democratic, the DNC, aren't even left-wing. Like, people think that Bernie Sanders is an extreme leftist. He is, like, center-right, at the very least. Center-left-ish. He's always hovering within, if this is the giant fucking, like, pier, he's right here. He's in the middle, constantly doing this, okay? These women, and, like, these other people who are later additions, right? they are like the only at least relatively democratic socialists you'll get, right? Like these are the only ones that will openly call themselves a democratic socialist, dare to anyways. And these are the people that Trump goes after the most because they dare to call themselves socialists in any former way. Although they formally can be affiliated with democratic socialists, people like AOC and all these people still believe in concepts that are relatively aligned in capitalism, you know, so even if this is the most extreme left that we're gonna get, they're still components of capitalism, so they're not as left-leaning as going straight to socialism, you know what I mean? They're mostly just progressive. Alright, they're just progressive, sort of, kind of. Like, and I say that because our standards of what is progressive in this country is fucking low. It's fucking low. Having a basic income of, universal basic income, or having, God forbid, free healthcare that other countries have that we don't, is about as left-leaning as it gets. That's it. Sanders is close to an Eisenhower-era Republican. Exactly. They're not even remotely close to being radical leftists that believe in, like, communism, like these people think. No, these guys don't even come close to near communism or socialism, because they still believe in the concepts of capitalism. I live in Colorado, and Bobo is insane. Can't stand her. Well, this whole caucus here is a big reason as to why a lot of people will, like, who are like the Lauren Boebert types and the Marjorie Taylor Greene types will run for Congress, because they believe that all of these people, it's not that many people, who identify with semi-socialist values, they look at these people and they're like, oh, socialism's taking over, I have to do something. I have to join the militia to take our country back from these crazy socialists. And it's like fucking 8 of them. Education in the highway system. Oh, fun fact, Lauren Boebert wants to get rid of the Department of Education. She does not believe in the Department of Education. She also doesn't believe in sex education to be taught to people, which may or may not have resulted in this. Hold on. Which may or may not have resulted in this, if the web archive will load. We'll see. God forbid anything ever fucking works. But a big reason why a lot of these people will, like the Marjorie Taylor Greenes and Laurens, will start running for Congress is in a sense of spite, right? Spite for these people and spite for people who try to come after them personally. Like any sort of legislation that gets passed through, maybe say gun rights or passing through more equal opportunity for gay people, and they don't like those, so they're like, we need to run to be in opposition of those, because it's either out of spite or it's out of feeling threatened from these people. It's those two things. Because if there's one thing that this administration has perfected, is the fact that they run purely on fear of an enemy, they create an enemy, or being the victim. And so they like to think that these are the victimizers, this sort of caucus here. And they like to think that their personal rights are under attack all the time, despite the fact that literally anything that usually gets pushed by people like this will not be extreme enough. I promise you on that. It's extreme for them. It will never actually be as extreme as to take things away from people. Like, to get rid of banning guns completely. Like, it's not gonna happen. This will not load. I'm so upset. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna... I fucking hate these. I'm just gonna search it up. Hold on. So, okay. Oh, this is not what I was looking for. This is not what I was looking for, but... Okay. So, Lauren Boebert has 4 children, right? One of her children, is named Tyler. That is her eldest. And at 17, she ended up getting his, at the time, partner pregnant. And they had a child, and she became a grandmother at 36. And this was something that Lauren Boebert was big on talking about in her personal life, kind of announcing it. And it kind of stems from her idea of, like, being, of course, anti-abortion, which is not a fucking surprise. But also the fact that she doesn't believe in sex education. Is Tyler a creator? Okay, funny. Guys, don't get too attached to Tyler. Hello, Kay. Nice to see you. So, this is coming straight from Lauren Boebert's congressional woman, her personal website herself. So I'm going to read this real quick. As a mother of 4 children, I believe that life begins at conception, okay? And I will always defend life. Every human being has inherent value and dignity, regardless of their stage of development, ability, age, gender, or race. Except for if it comes to Muslims. But, 79% of Americans oppose late-term abortions, and I join them in a steadfast opposition to this practice. Yeah, nobody agrees that, like, if the baby is, like, 9 months about to pop, that you should be like, I'm gonna fucking destroy. Most people are only doing that if, like, there's a threat to the life of the mother or the baby. Like, this isn't just, like, somebody being like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't just happen. I support the Hyde Amendment and all appropriation bills, and I am proud that my appropriation request prohibiting the federal tax dollars and funding abortions was signed into law. As a member of Values Action Team, I work to defend pro-family legislation that promotes adoptions and respect of life programs. I have co-sponsored dozens of bills to protect life. I've co-sponsored the No Taxpayer Funding to Abortion Act. Can I ask, has that ever... Okay, maybe it's because I'm stupid. Because I am. When has ever our taxpayer funding ever gone to actually to fund abortion? Because I feel like stuff like Planned Parenthood is mostly like not federally funded, because nobody in the federal government ever liked Planned Parenthood. But like, is it just they won't even fund our hospitals, let alone a Planned Parenthood? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, dude. Now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned, the American people have and their elected local representatives have the ability to choose life like never before. I am also a strong supporter of the 10th Amendment and believe that if the Constitution does not explicitly delegate powers of the federal government, the issues are reserved to the states and the people. Of course you do. Of course you're in the states. Stood up for female athletes being silenced by the radical left. Yeah, anti-family leftists, sacrificing everything at the altar of radical gender ideology. Oh my god. From the first grader educations of women's sports, I stood up for female athletes being silenced by the radical left, and I am not afraid to say that I reject the left's woke definition of gender. What is that? What is the woke definition of a woman? God damn it. Someone define it. Closest version you get is the exploit is to some hospitals getting federally funded. However, they're still a liar. Yeah, I know. I was just curious. I was just wondering. I was asking a question. Thank you. But yeah, Lauren Boebert is very much, let's see their education because it might say that more. Obviously pro-life and anti-abortion. So when her son got somebody pregnant, of course she was not going to just let him abandon, like, having an abortion. That's obvious. I oppose sweeping federal mandates to usurp power from local school districts. Common Core has ripped apart the education system by failing to provide students the necessary tools and resources to excel beyond the classroom. Don't disagree. I don't necessarily disagree with that. God forbid I learned everything from fucking high school. Anyway. One size fit all doesn't come when it comes to education. I don't necessarily disagree. And education matters are best handled at the state, local, and family levels. I don't really know about that. In rural Colorado, we know the importance of school-to-career programs and why I introduced the amendment to support apprenticeship programs. That's not a bad... I think we should actually get more apprenticeships things, because that's difficult. Once you have this, right, and most apprenticeships, you can probably, like, apply that to wherever you're doing, and it's pretty... So I don't necessarily disagree with that. That's probably a good legislation to have. I support school choice because far too often a child's potential is limited by being trapped in a failing school system. Unfortunately, the current one-size-fit-all education system makes education quality a function of a family's zip code. What? Okay. This inflexibility creates big problems. 1 in 5 Americans are illiterate, true, and many more, well, I don't know if it's 1 in 5 Americans. I think it's... Anyway. I don't think it's 1 in 5 Americans are illiterate. I think it's less than that now, but and many more are only able to read at a basic level. That's probably what I'm thinking, that the basic level of reading, not like excelling, but Anyway, when compared with the rest of the world, America ranks 24th in reading, 25th in science, and 40th in math, because we're shit. Which is why we should go towards the path of anti-education. Ranks like these. I love that we have an anti-intellectual movement in America. It's awesome. But let me sum up what this is saying here. A big reason why she wants to get rid of the Department of Education is because she doesn't believe in putting in sex education in public schools, but the other reason is because she does not support CRT, which is critical race theory, which I swear to fucking God, every single fucking Republican that argues CRT bad, or like, we need to get it out of schools, it's racist, whatever, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know what the fuck it actually is, because critical race theory is something that usually is only taught in terms of a classroom setting at a college level. It is never just in, like, the fucking local schools and, like, public schools. That's not where it is. It is usually at a college level, right? And it is expansion on the ideas of where racism originates. And it's just a theory by the end of the day. It's taught, but it's not taught as the truth. It is taught as a overarching theory as to how racism has evolved in our country, starting off from when we used to enslave people based on their race up until now. It is basically to explain that progression of, like, how it still prevails even after progressional changes that, like, getting rid of slavery and, like, giving more rights, despite the fact that we're seeing progress, why it still seems to be prevalent. It is just a theory that is taught at a college level. And these people took that and said that any sort of history that is taught about race relations in America is immediately critical race theory. It's not. It's fucking stupid. It's dumb. Anyway. But here's why I wanted to showcase all of this, because due to her thoughts on education and sex ed specifically, and, like, being anti-abortion, she ended up becoming a grandmother at 36, and this is her oldest son, Tyler, who is the father, and, Get the fuck out of my face! I'm God damn it. Get. Huh. Guys, do we need to pull up the thing again? Guys. Alright. Get out of here. Who's abusing the children? Huh? Who's abusing their kids? Not the drag queen. Yes, good job, chat. Yes. Who's abusing their children? Not the gays. Not a drag queen. Yes. Anyway. Yes. Good job, chat. You guys get a cookie. That's a big yikes from me. Oh, fuck. Okay. Sorry. Anyway. So, Representative Lauren Boebert's troublous eldest son has been charged with child abuse following an incident involving her grandson. Tyler, who's 20 at the time of this article, of the Republican Congresswoman with her ex-husband Jason, was slapped with a misdemeanor charge in Colorado on July 11th. Denver Westport reported Saturday, citing Windsor Police Department records. Republican Lauren Boebert downplayed the charge, saying it was the result of a miscommunication on monitoring my young grandson that recently led him to getting out of our house. What the fuck does that mean? The letter Q is not the abuse. That's awesome! The letter Q is not the abuse. That's amazing. In a statement, the 38-year-old grandmother, that is a crazy age to be a grandmother, by the way. That's insane. Anyway, who represents Colorado's 4th Congressional District, called it a one-time incident and said that the boy was not injured. Amazing. Child Protective Services met with the family. That's not good. I am confident this was a one-time incident that we have addressed as a family, said Boebert. Tyler Boebert's girlfriend became pregnant with a child when he was 17. The 3-term congresswoman announced in 2023. Boebert's office did not respond immediately to a request for comment. It is the latest in a string of legal issues involving the MAGA Republican's eldest son. In September of 2022, Tyler flipped his father's SUV while driving, leaving his passenger with multiple concussions and several lacerations, according to the reports. He was ticketed for careless driving, but the case was eventually dropped down to a defensive vehicle for headlight ticket. How? Defective vehicle for headlights? You flipped the SUV! What the fuck? Huh? Bitch! Okay, saying Drake Bell and Turkey Tom morphing into this, that's insane. Don't say that. Don't fucking say that. It's crazy. Okay. In January of 2024, Tyler called the police and said that his father was assaulting him in their home. Jason Boebert was arrested after he allegedly pushed Tyler to the ground and pushed his thumb into his mouth. Pushed Tyler to the ground and pushed his thumb into his mouth. Is that gay? Is that gay? Sorry. At the time of the most recent incident, Tyler was serving a 24-month probation after pleading guilty to attempting to commit identity theft in October 2024. This is a woman who, by the way, is the family values woman. I don't want gay people redefining marriage. I think that LGBTQ people, trans people are demonic and evil, abusing children. All of this coming from the most cracked out family I've ever seen in my life. Fuck. Okay. The guilty plea was negotiated with officials after he was arrested on 22 criminal charges, including 5 felonies for his role in a string of thefts around Colorado in February 2024. One of his victims was a 33-year-old woman who was saving up for brain surgery and left with... Wait, hold on. Wait. So, at the time of he was serving a 24-month probation after pleading guilty. Okay, he pled guilty to attempting to commit identity theft. The guilty plea was negotiated with officials after he was arrested on 22 criminal charges, including 5 felonies for his role in a sting of thefts around Colorado. One of his victims was a 33-year-old woman who was saving up for brain surgery and left with nothing after the robbery. Wow, this man's a piece of shit. Holy wow. Tyler, oh god. God. Tyler had made a sex tape with one of his female accomplices and distributed the video to another person in the theft ring. Wow. Oh. Family values, right? Whatever. Part of his probation required Boebert to complete 80 hours of community service, and he was banned from using controlled substances. Family values. Guys, do we want to watch Fundy Fridays? Let's watch Fundy Fridays now. That got dark. Why did that get so dark all of a sudden? That's crazy. Anyway. So, a big reason why I want to talk about MTG and then move on to Lauren is because MTG and Lauren are some of the biggest hypocrites, I think, in this run-up next. And I don't know very much about Nancy Mace, but we'll get there. Lauren's just hilarious because everything she stands for is literally not even remotely true. Not only was she someone who was a registered Democrat for most of her life, somebody who's just like, I don't believe in welfare or the government taking care of you, after she fucking worked for McDonald's once. The family values woman has a son who, committed identity theft, abused his son, and flipped his dad's car, and then her family is a whacked out, trailer trash, abuse-ridden mess. What is with the extreme right having the most insane family shit shows? Actually, this is like a good contender for like lol cowdom. It's insane. Anyway, but I just find her so fascinating because again, it's her and MTG who are like the loudest voices in MAGA, but they're also the most hypocritical and stupid. Like, nothing that they say ever lines up with what's actually going on in their personal lives, which is not unsurprising, right? Because this happens in politics all the time. We always know this, that most people who are in politics do not actually stand by what they believe. If you're a politician, I just suspect that whatever it is that you say, you probably don't actually stand by. But this is so much more prominent in, like, this sector of MAGA, more than any other politician. It's so blatant and brazen. At least, as much as, like, I don't like Democrats for the same reason, like, everything they say they don't actually stand behind, obviously, they're the same way. At least they can sort of lie about it and, like, kind of look like they care. MAGA, they just lie about it, and they're so brazen about how they lie about it, and it's so funny. Because it's like, dude, we caught you in a lie, obviously what you stand by isn't true, and they just go, yeah, so? So? I gotta school you on how Ted Nugent is a Michigan original pants-scaping, draft-dodging lolcow. We can't keep making lolcows in Michigan. We can't. This has to stop happening. It's always either us or Ohio. Why is it always those two? Anyway, let's watch these now. We watched a little bit of Fundy Fridays with the MTG video. We have 2 videos that we have to get through. To learn more about Lauren. I'm sure it'll be fun. Thank you once again, Fundy Fridays. Go subscribe to them, by the way. Actually, you know what? Hold on. We need to put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Hey, Finn. Yo, Phineas face called me the other day and got to talk to my mom. That was fun. Anyway. Not by choice. I was just out and about when they called. I was just out and about with my mom and my sister, and I'm like, oh, Finn's calling. Did you try to call me earlier? My phone's in the other room. So I don't know. It's not in here right now. It's actually, wait, in the other room. It's right here. Did you try calling me? Oh, you did. I thought it was in the other room. Who keeps calling me asking for my availability? Who the fuck is this? What the fuck? I keep getting somebody calling me asking about my availability. Hold on. What? Availability for what? This is from... What is NC? That's North Carolina? I'm not from North Carolina, lady. Please stop calling me. Did your mom like me? No, she liked you. She thought you were lovely. Anyway, let's watch some Fundy Fridays for the stream. You guys should go like and subscribe. Let's do it.
First of all, I am not a scholared conservative. I'm not a political science major.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's the other thing that's interesting about a lot of the people in the who are like MAGA Republicans, or at least get labeled as such, like MTG and Lauren Boebert. I don't think they have very much of a political background. They were just people that like got into politics again because they felt personally like threatened and attacked for whatever beliefs that they thought were under attack at the time. They don't actually like participate in like political science and like try to earn some sort of political degree in anything. They're just average people who felt like their rights were being threatened, and so now they're doing whatever the fuck this is. Oh, Echo with the 5, thank you. I swear she makes me want to eat coffee with 3 tablespoons of salt. That doesn't sound safe. I feel like that'll give you some sort of disease. Anyway.
Hello again, everyone. Okay. I'm James, and this is Fundy Fridays. Today, we're going to be talking about Congresswoman Lauren Boebert from Colorado's 3rd District. She's far and away the most requested Christian political figure up to this point, and I'm excited to continue this little unofficial deep dive we've got going into the saddest and scariest of the modern GOP. Notably, before I started researching this episode, Jen thought that Lauren Boebert was the same person as Lacey Chabert. That being said, you're going to see some parallels between Lauren's life and career and the 2004
wait, we need to speed this up. Hold on.
Before we get into
Hold
all
on,
that
guys.
congressional fun, let's...
The ADHD brain can't handle how slow this is. The ADHD brain, I needed to go a lot faster than this. Anyway. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. They said sponsor. I don't want to listen to your sponsor. Blah 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 blah. Sponsor. Casetify. Oh, that's not good. They stole art. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Okay. Echo with the $4.99. Is that gold? Have a holy dodo. That's gold, chat. Let's go. Why does this keep happening? Why does that... Thank you. Shh. Shh. No. Shh. Shush. Can you hear me now? Shh. Shush. Nobody saw that. Shush. Chat. Hey, chat. Shh. Chat, you wanna know? Echo, I know. Shush. 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 Shh. Chat. You wanna know who fights for gun rights more than Lauren Boebert? Me, bitch. You know why? 'Cause ain't nobody is taking this gun away from me or my goddamn family so I can shoot you with it! Petition me to get a bazooka. I'm just saying, I deserve one. Anyway. Thank you for participating in the bubble goal. I appreciate it. Echo with the 10. Thank you. I have now upped the goal to $10 so that Echo can stop giving me money. Let us continue on with what we're doing. Okay. We're skipping the...
Now, but I have a couple more houses.
You would like a cute phone case? Go to caseify.com /
Yeah, no, we don't want that.
Fundamentalist politicians. Normally, my partner Jen does her makeup. I don't do my makeup, and I've recently learned that upsets a great many of you. To be perfectly honest, the reason I don't do makeup in my videos is because I don't know how to do it very well. I feel like I would cause problems trying to figure
That's
to
fine,
stick
King.
with the
It's
Those
fine.
who've been requesting
Yeah,
it, please know
yeah.
that I have, which was disappointing.
Yes.
Honestly, the thing and finding out a whole bunch of new stuff, I did recently learn that you can't make interesting in that. And as a simultaneous... Also, I want to thank everyone who took the episodes.
Yeah.
I was that she was doing a rather offensive portrayal of a and told for them rather than being listened to, and I don't mind that.
Just get
Lauren
to it.
Opal Roberts was born in Altamont Springs, Florida, on either December 15th or December 19th of 1986. It really depends on who you ask and what time frame you looked into the answer.
Okay, does nobody know what the fuck the origin story of this bitch is? What do you mean that we have 2 birth dates for this bitch? First, we don't know who her fucking dad is. Second, now I don't know when she was fucking born. God. Oh, the enigma of this woman. She can't keep her own fucking story straight. Well, neither can fucking Wikipedia. Anyway.
answer. Yeah, that's right. We haven't even gotten past her birthday before we encountered a controversy, albeit a minor one. Still, though, that should probably tell you a little bit about where this is headed. So as recently as December of 2021, Lauren's Facebook page listed her birthday as December 15th, 1986. And if you know anything about American politicians, you know they watch these Wikipedia pages like a hawk. They appear very high in Google search results, and they're often the first resource that a lot of potential voters and donors use to get a good idea of who a candidate is. So they have staff at all times monitoring and editing them as needed. So that's all to say that we can assume Lauren knew of and approved of that birthday being listed on her Wikipedia, at least for some time. However, her publicly available voter registration information lists her birthday as December 19th. Now, yeah, this is probably a minor clerical error, but Lauren and her team have gone out of their way to avoid talking about the subject. The woman who carried off this upset was born Lauren Opal Roberts in
Why does it matter? Why does it fucking matter? This is so weird. Dude, just... You're either born the 15th or on my sister's birthday. Fucking pick one. It's both in December. We at least know that. Was Lauren born from a test tube? That might explain it. Anyway.
Mont Springs, Florida, on December 15th or 19th, 1986. Her Wikipedia biographical information shows that when she was 12, her family moved to the Montbello neighborhood in Denver and then to Aurora. Neither Boebert nor spokesperson Laura Carno would respond to questions about missing and conflicting details of Boebert's biography. I don't know why she didn't just put out a press release saying, hey y'all, my 9s look like 5s sometimes. Would y'all chill? I would have bought that. Shoot, my cursive Qs look like 2s now because of the weird 90s obsession everyone had with teaching kids cursive. I understand typographical difficulties. And shoot, it doesn't even change her zodiac sign. She's a Sag one way or the other, right? Oh, and also as of this recording, the Wikipedia page has now been edited to reflect December 19th. Now, this whole birthday thing's a little strange, but it's not like the weirdest thing ever, right? Maybe things will smooth out a little bit for now and we can have a little bit of normalcy before things go haywire again. Lauren was born to mother Sean Roberts Bentz and an unknown father who might be professional wrestler Stan Lane, who rose to prominence as part of
What? A professional wrestler? God damn, really? Yo, that's crazy. She was born from a balloon on the ground. Jesus Christ.
1980s tag teams, the Midnight Express and the Fabulous Ones. Yeah, well, I think we can just go ahead and give up on that whole normalcy thing now. It's going to get weird and it's going to stay weird, isn't it? Also, can we talk about this picture for a second? Look at all the machismo dripping off that. I don't know about you, but I feel the urge to go out and buy a van and slap some dragons on the side of it. Well, let's hear Lauren's mother, Sean, tell us a little bit more about this situation. My daughter, Lauren Opal Roberts, was born, oh my word, they censored the birthday here too, in Orlando, Florida. Her father was
They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know when she was born. They want it to remain a mystery. Secretly, she was born in Russia. That's why we don't know her birthday. Anyway.
Wrestler who at the time was a member of the tag team The Fabulous Ones. When Stan learned I was pregnant, he encouraged me to have an abortion and said that the child would be damaged because of the steroids he had taken. But I chose to give my unborn child life. Stan did end our relationship when he learned I was pregnant.
Would that work? No, wait, that's not how that would work. That's fucking stupid. That's not how that would work. Wait, he encouraged the wife to abort Lauren Boebert, which... I'm not gonna say anything about that. I'm not gonna say anything about that. But... you're fine, Echo, it's good. But she thought that you should have an abortion because the steroids would ruin the... That's not how that fucking works. I don't think that's how that works at all. What? No. Wait, hold on. Before I fucking say anything fucking stupid. Wait. Okay. What do I even search up for this? Wait, okay. Does steroid use in the father affect pregnancy? Okay. Steroid use in a father primarily impacts the ability to conceive by causing male infertility, but current evidence suggests it's unlikely to cause birth defects in a baby. That's what I fucking thought. Okay, it's mostly infertility, but it doesn't cause, like, what is this? Antibiotic, this is big words for Elmo. Anabolic androgenetic. This is why you shouldn't, like, fucking... Lauren is an SCP. It's so funny. Yes. Okay. Anabolic, androgenetic, why did they use this twice? Steroids as a probable risk factor in hematable in infants. Okay. Oh, God. HB is still unknown. Several risk factors have been identified. The only risk factor for the development of HB is presented a case with a child's father using anabolic androgen steroids. Okay, so maybe HB could be a factor, but interesting. Ew. I don't want to look at skin. Skin is gross. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. He knew that she had wickedness in her the moment her existence was revealed. No! You know what it is? Wait, guys. Wait. Hold on. He was just like, nah, I know that baby's gonna be born green. Abort that baby, it's gonna be born green. What's her SCP number? It's probably just as much as a mystery as her fucking birthday. Lauren is a bioweapon from Resident Evil 7. I'm sorry. Anyway.
And soon fled the state of Florida. It took until 1990 before he could be located in a place where the paternity papers were able to be served. Wrestling promoter Jim Cornette even noted that some of the other guys in the back would help Stan out when the court officials showed up to serve in the papers with "he went that-a-way" style hijinks, which I can only assume looked like this. But the paternity patrol would eventually catch up to old Stan in 1990, and he would be forced by a court of law to show up for a paternity blood test. Although even that part is screwy in this case. See, Sean and little Lauren got their blood tests administered at a publicly funded health clinic in Florida. Stan, who had moved to North Carolina by that time, got his test conducted at a private facility called Genetic Design. Both Stan and Laura were supposed to provide a thumbprint verification that they had attended the test. Sean did, but Stan didn't. It doesn't say if they made little Lauren do one, but I really hope they didn't. Additionally, Stan was supposed to provide a Polaroid photo of himself at the clinic for additional verification. However, the photo provided was later identified by Sean to be a promotional photo that he had taken as a wrestler.
Hello. What? Why did my tab crash? The fuck? Oh, god damn it. Alright, hold on. Chat, are we still here? Chat, are we still here? I gotta check everything now. Why did that happen? The fuck? Hold on. Chat, are we still here? Chat. Can you still hear me? Hello. Hello, chat. Are we still alive? That was weird. That was ominous. This is the biggest streamception ever. I should probably turn back to the webcam and make sure I'm still alive. Hello. Okay, we're still here. That was really weird. I thought that my internet died for a second there. Okay. She was so awful that she crashed Lazy's video. Oh my god, that's so funny. We're figments of your imagination. So true. I'm not even here right now, actually. This whole stream is actually just a figment of my imagination.
North Carolina by that time got his test.
We're learning too much. The SCP doesn't like that. Oh, that's funny. Anyway.
In a private facility called Genetic Design. Both Stan and Laura were supposed to provide a thumbprint verification that they had attended the test. Sean did, but Stan didn't. It doesn't say if they made little Lauren do one, but I really...
Okay,
the photo provided was later identified by Sean to be a promotional photo that he had taken as a wrestler years earlier. Now, as you can see from the quality here, it looks like it was taken on an iPhone -10 or something, so we're probably just gonna have to take her word for it. But this dude dodged a paternity suit for 4 years, so would you put it past him for real? But perhaps most damning of all, Stan's test was administered and verified by a phlebotomist named Karen Weary. In 1993, just 3 years later, in 1993, Karen would be arrested for accepting payment to switch the results in another paternity suit, and she would be convicted of this charge in 1995. You know, I came into this story kind of thinking, oh, hey, Lauren Boebert's mom's crazy, I'm starting to believe this. The dude had motive, he had means, he had opportunity. I think the dude fabricated this test, and he's Lauren Boebert's daddy. Am I
Alright, let me see. This is him, right? We're gonna have to do Hold on. We're gonna have... Give me a second. Alright, chat. Okay. Here's a picture of Lauren Boebert. Alright, hold on. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do... Where's the fucking... There. Alright, chat. So we got a picture here of Lauren. There's Lauren Boebert. Here's the potential baby daddy. Do we see it, chat? Do we see it? That's not my baby! Look at the face! Look at the eyeballs! Look at, they got the same nose. Oh my god! They got the same, look at the nose. Look at the We need Maury up in this bitch. We need Laurie and Maury to figure this out. Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Stan Lane truther now? Sean would continue to file paternity suits for years against Stan, but was never able to gain any traction in the courts, even with Karen Weary's conviction. Eventually, she and Lauren did as all people snubbed by the legal system do, and started taking to social media to make her voice and story known. Comments like these here have been traced to several websites, including Facebook, YouTube, and local community event pages. Oh, will Stan Lane be there? Perhaps he can introduce his 26-year-old daughter, Lauren Boebert, who he has refused to acknowledge all these years. She looks so much like his mom, who just turned 93, and sadly has never met her granddaughter and her 4 great-grandchildren. By the way, I'm Stan's maternal first cousin. There might have been a 1990 paternity fraud, but 2013 autosomal DNA is awesome. Okay, real quick, that bottom part is actually a poorly edited copy-paste remnant. This message came to Sean from a helpful cousin of Stan's. Sean is not Stan's cousin. Please, seriously, proofread your messages, people. See, and weirder still, some of these posts even seem to have been written from Lauren herself's perspective rather than her mother's. Sean and Laura would make one final attempt at establishing Stan's paternity, filing a long letter with many sources with the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigations. However, this case seems to have gone nowhere. And to this day, Lauren talks about her father in speeches in very vague terms of a divorce in Florida that may or may not be a lie. Whew. Okay, so let's recap real quick.
Yeah, again, I find it very interesting that her background is so mysterious in figuring out who her dad is, as the person with, like, family value, quote-unquote, kind of thing. What? I just got here. What's going on? We're trying to determine the paternity of Lauren Boebert. You're the father, and you're the father, and you're the father. This is about as big a mystery in politics as who the fuck Cartman's dad is, okay? This is important shit. Oh my god. Crazy.
We haven't made it out of Lauren Boebert's first day of existence on this planet, and we're already into Tiger King levels of drama. I'm starting to think this might have been a bad idea.
I have a bad feeling about these men.
Lauren would live in Florida until 1998, when her mother would pack her and her 3 brothers up and move the whole family to Colorado. They would move to different towns throughout the state for a few years before settling in Rifle, Colorado.
The only city in America named after a gun.
Wow! Oh my god! My favorite thing! You know where I would love to live? I want to live in Littlest Pet Shop, Michigan. Can we get an LPS, Michigan? Somebody figure that out. Somebody figure that out.
Because of its founders, John and Henry Rifleman. Okay, so just out of curiosity, I went ahead and looked up the Rifle High School mascot. I was hoping it'd be something cool like the Snipers or something. Turns out it's just the Bears. Although, you know, now that I think about it, if I were playing high school sports and they announced that the Rifle Bears were going to be coming out...
The Rifle Bears. That is such a missed opportunity. Guys, give that mascot a gun. First of all, get me a tank, get me a bazooka, give the bear a gun.
I'd probably just crap my pants and go home. Lauren has expressed that her mother was a lazy liberal throughout her childhood, and that this led to poverty and trauma.
My mom was a true blue Democrat, and she believed all of the lies that she was told, that she could not support me and my brothers on her own.
Thank God she was indoctrinated by McDonald's. Otherwise, she would have never known how nice it would have been to get her own money and fucking be raised in America. Good Lord.
She was told that if she went out to try to support us without the help of Democrat politicians, she would fail. And because of that, we grew up poor. When my mom needed groceries, she would send me to the store with the EBT card. Not fun.
And see, even this might not be true. An anti-Boebert PAC tied to her 2020 opponent Diane Mitch Bush, seen here wearing an outfit that looks kind of like a Roger disguise, found evidence that Lauren's mother had registered as a Republican as early as 2001. And see, something to note of here is Lauren...
Ooh. 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 Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh no. Ooh. Ooh, do I detect another lie, chat? Of course it's another lie. Of course, all this bitch does is lie. Good Lord. Anyway.
Lauren's dismissal of this criticism, you can see even early in her political career that she's well learned from Trump the strategy of fade back into things that can't be proven while still advancing your point anyway. We moved here in 2000 and my mom still voted Democrat. I don't know about her party affiliation, Boebert said. I know that oil and gas was a huge influence, and so there could have been some influence there for her to register or something. But my mom and I have spoken nearly every election season, and we've always argued about votes. And see, to hear Lauren tell it, her first savior wasn't actually Donald Trump or even Jesus Christ, but actually Ronald McDonald. Acquiring her first job at 15 years old at a local McDonald's, Lauren would become a lifelong devotee to the Golden Arches. No wonder Trump liked her so much. Here's a selection from the Durango Herald. While in high school, she said that she worked her way up the ranks at McDonald's, eventually serving as a manager, a job that paid well. If need be and under different circumstances, she added, she might have continued with a rewarding career with the fast food outlet, a career that would have supported a family. Businesses like McDonald's are...
Dude, there is... Oh my god. There's an alternate timeline here where Lauren Boebert, instead of running in politics, she just works as like a fast food at McDonald's fucking... devotee for the rest of her life. That could have happened. There's an alternate timeline where Lauren Boebert is literally just a McDonald's manager for the rest of her life. I'm gonna get something to eat or drink. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna get more water probably. What do I have to eat at home? What snacks do I have? I don't know. Just popcorn, I think. I need to get popcorn chips. I love those damn things. But I will be right back. But I'm gonna let this play. We'll be back.
So vital to communities.
I'm gonna go get
and to helping
water.
people not only get a start, but to provide jobs that people could actually stay connected to for the rest of their lives, she said. And they're often overlooked, as you know, mediocre or lesser than. But they're opportunity creators, and I'm just so grateful to have had that experience.
Remember, guys, real champs, eat at McDonald's. I'm loving it.
She also stated that she was, quote, happy to start earning a paycheck, but not to start paying taxes. In fact, this rejection of welfare and any kind of government assistance is going to become a central part of Lauren's brand, as you'll see throughout the episode.
We're here to tell government, we don't want your benefits, we don't want your welfare, don't come knocking on my door with your Fauci ouchie, you leave us the hell alone.
Sometime between 2003 and 2004, Lauren would begin
So
dating
wait.
Jason.
Okay. Sorry, I got back. I got water. So here's my question about that. What the fuck do you want the government to do? What is the government for if not to at least, helping and assisting? What do we pay taxes then? What do we pay taxes for if not to at least to these government programs to help out people? What should the government do if not to fucking... How old is this vid? I think it's 3 years old. It's giving early YouTube, like anti-SJW early YouTube. It's only 3 years old. I don't think it's anti-SJW YouTube. This came out well after that all imploded. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Echo with the 99. Nah, the reason that Ronald got crucified is because he didn't want to deal with her. Good lord. Good lord. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Here we can see the happy couple looking like every pair of small-town high school sweethearts.
I'm not gonna say anything about the looks. She used to be a blonde? Good. Wow. She looked better as a blonde. Weirdly enough. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put it up to a poll. Chat, hold on. Give me a second. Wait. Let me put it up to a poll real quick. We're gonna start a poll. Okay. I'm typing. Okay. Vote. I started a poll. Vote, chat. Vote. This is a democracy. My chat is the only form of democracy that is left in this fucking country. The only thing I have to say about this picture is that her husband doesn't look like very enthused to be here. That's all. Like, he's very... The distancing here... Okay. Anyway.
That share a joint Facebook page because someone got caught showing their dick to some teenagers. And see, this relationship was troubled even in the early days. In 2004, when Jason Boebert
I'm sorry,
was 24, he was arrested.
What? Sorry, huh? What? I was drinking. What did he say? What? Huh? Sorry.
Jason Boebert. Here we can see the happy couple looking like every pair of small-town high school sweethearts that share a joint Facebook page because someone got caught showing their dick to some teenagers. And see, this relationship was troubled even in the early days. In 2004, when Jason Boebert was 24, he was arrested for exposing himself to 2 young women at a Colorado bowling alley. His future wife, Lauren Roberts, as she was known then, who was 17 at the time, was also present and was told she was no longer welcome at the bowling alley.
Huh? What? Huh? Excuse me? Huh? What? Excuse me? Huh? Jason Boebert was 24, arrested for exposing himself to 2 young women at a Colorado bowling alley. His future wife, Lauren Roberts, who was 17 at the time, was also present and was told she was no longer welcome at the... Why was she kicked out? Hold on. This guy exposes himself to her at 17 and she gets kicked out? What the fuck? Excuse me? Huh? I'm sorry, what? Okay. Jason Boebert pled guilty to public indecency and lewd exposure to 17-year-old. After the incident, he was sentenced to 4 days in jail. 4 days in jail? That's it? What the fuck?
Jason Boebert pled guilty to public indecency and lewd exposure after the incident, according to the New York Post, and was sentenced to 4 days in jail with a subsequent 2 years on probation. Further reports indicate that Jason was actually trying to show these young women a tattoo he had on his little patriot. Go ahead and put down below in the comments what you think Jason Boebert has tattooed on his dick. It's like
Chat, put in your theories. My theory is that it's an AR-15. He has, here, imagine, hold on, actually don't imagine this, I don't know why, just, like, hold on, right, get in the shot, hold on, no, I hate, okay, just imagine, okay, here, right, it'll be there, like, AR-15, and, like, it, like, curves out, and the nuzzle's, like, at his cock and balls. That's my theory. What am I doing? The heteros are not okay. So true. I'm sorry, anyway.
A fun minigame to distract you from the fact that for some reason in Colorado it was legal for a 24-year-old to date a 17-year-old. Oh, but Jason certainly wasn't done with his 2004 malarkey. He would go on from this incident to just a month later enact domestic violence on Lauren directly. Across both of these charges,
oh, that's why they're divorced. Woo! God damn it. Family values, guys. Family values. Anyway.
He spent about 11 days in jail and 4 years on probation. I also assume he spent the entire year either smooth-talking or begging for forgiveness, considering Lauren married that fool in 2005. Lauren has 4 sons, and not a lot is known about them, and I think we should keep it that way. The only child with a notable story attached is her 3rd son, who was born in the back of a moving pickup truck in 2009. It was a bit of a local news story, and Lauren...
Well, we know some things about one of the sons. This is old, by the way. This is an old video. We know some things about one of the sons now. I'm sorry. Anyway. Well, how's the vote looking like, chat? What are we thinking? What's the poll looking like? What's the votes at? Hold on. What are we looking like? What are we looking like right now? Oh, most of you think she's better as a blonde? Do you guys just have like bad taste or something? Anyway, we'll just end that right now. Let's see what the actual results ended up being. If it'll, okay, it's 50-50. Well, you lied to me. Nobody, you know what? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna go back to the video now.
Area. Lauren's son had quite a grand welcoming when he entered the world in the front seat of his dad's pickup truck July 12th with police sirens blaring. When we got to Newcastle, my water broke and I started pushing and couldn't stop, Lauren said. By the time we got to West Glenwood exit, the baby's head was out. I was just trying not to panic, she said. I was really scared, but I knew I couldn't be. My body kept pushing and I couldn't stop. She asked Jason to pull over so he could help her finish the job. Just as he pulled to the shoulder, she pushed the baby out the rest of the way. I caught him and pulled him up to my chest and I told Jason to just keep going, she said. Okay, no matter what else I'm going to say about Lauren for this episode, that's kind of cool. I mean, giving birth to your son in the back of a moving pickup truck going down the highway, very Sarah Connor. During the period from 2005 to 2000...
This is some, like... Dude, like, again, I just find it so interesting that so much of Lauren's personal life just does not reflect her politics in any way whatsoever. Like, cool that you gave birth in the back of a pickup truck, but also, what in the Talladega Nights? What the fuck? Girl, that's wild. Wild stuff. Anyway.
2009, Lauren would transition to working with her husband in the Colorado energy sector. First, she would work as an assistant before moving to a direct pipeliner position. This period is also the time where Lauren would go on to rediscover her Christian faith, which is important since this is Fundy Fridays and not just James rants about politicians he doesn't like. With her husband's income stable, Boebert dipped out of the workforce for a bit to raise her young sons. She said she rediscovered her Christian faith at New Creation Center in Glenwood Springs and got involved in Bible studies and ministering to women at the Garfield County Jail, with a message that they didn't need to be bound by their past mistakes. She credits her faith for taking on opportunities and challenges that have come her way. I learned to have limitless thinking from reading the Bible, Boebert said. Now don't get me wrong, I appreciate prison outreach and I understand the powerful positive effect that Christianity can have on some folks' lives when they're trying to improve and better themselves. But even a minor look into Lauren's faith reveals some definite concerns. See, Lauren shows us here that she views Christian faith as an inseparable part of the American experience rather than a private personal journey of salvation and faith.
I'm a member of the...
Right. Okay, so I guess I forgot to put this out too. Lauren Boebert does not believe in the separation of church and state. She believes that those things should be intrinsically entwined like this. She also wants there to be a display of the 10 Commandments in every public school. And she, most of like how she pushes her religion in politics will most likely align her with something called like, with like a Christian nationalist or something like that. which is concerning. It's not concerning that she's a Christian. Again, like James said, there's perfectly valid reasons why people will join the faith to betterment themselves. My brother's one of those people, and I love Shane to death. But I think even he would say that it's a bit extreme to force that religion into every sector of life all the time, especially when freedom of religion means freedom from religion as well. You can experience whatever religion and express it and practice it, whichever it may be. If it's not Christianity, that shouldn't be treat you less of a human being. Like, you shouldn't be treated as less than or less representative if you're not a Christian. But Lauren Boebert's not that. A big feud that she has had in politics is with Ilhan Omar, who she believes is not a legitimate politician, as many have said this about Ilhan Omar, because she was sworn in on a not the Quran, was it the Quran? She was sworn in on a religious book that is part of the Muslim faith. I don't know if it was the Quran necessarily. I think Quran, it's like there's a couple different books that she could have been sworn on. But because it's not the Christian Bible, they don't believe it is a legitimate swearing in, and they don't believe that she is a legitimate politician because she is not aligned with the Christian ideology. And because, of course, she's Muslim, and as we know, a lot of the people in the MAGA crowd hate brown people. So you know, if we can have the 10 Commandments in schools, then I want a Dionysus statue too. Honestly, fuck it. Let's put all religions in this school. Let's put all commandments. Let's put all teachings in there. It was the Quran? Okay. I thought so. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't talking about my ass. But I think when you're getting to a point in your Christianity that you look at other religions and be like, that's illegitimate, right? My religion's the only one that actually counts. That's the only real one. I think you're just kind of a fucking bitch. I think you're annoying. I think you're actually fucking annoying. Like, dude, you're not the fucking main character. I'm sorry. You may be the main character of this video. You're not the main character in society. Your religious values are not the template that should be slapped onto everyone if they don't want to. Like, I don't fucking care if people are religious. Like, we're not religious in my household, but like, if somebody wanted to practice a religion in here that's not mine, I don't fucking care. I don't really care. As long as it's not hurting anybody, you don't believe in, like, you know, intrinsically negative values, I don't give a shit. Like, if somebody came into my house and they're like, hey, I'm a Christian, right? And I'm like, welcome to my home, you know what I mean? But if that person's like, I am so much of a Christian and I think that you should submit to your husband and you shouldn't work and you should, and all this other like crazy radical shit, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. You don't get to tell me what to do. Get out of here. I just don't like when people use religion as like an opt to be like, I can tell people what to do because I'm religious and I know what's best. It's like, get the fuck out of here. You don't know what's best for me. And nobody knows what's best for me other than me, bitch.
Freedom Caucus. And I wanted to be surrounded by these men and women because I knew they adhered to the Constitution. I know that that is a divinely inspired document, and I know the faith that our founding fathers had to create that document.
Oh, FYI, Thomas Jefferson believed that the Constitution should be rewritten every 20 years, and he wrote his own Bible where he cut out all the miracles. Also, him and all of his little founding father buddies were really just trying to cover their own white male Christian butts, so honestly, screw them. See, Lauren also shows us that her faith is primarily based on a separation between her and those faithful in the Lord like her, and everyone else who she deems the enemy.
I challenge you to look at the Word of God and take it as truth. When God tells you that nothing is impossible, I want you to agree with what God is saying. Do not agree with what the enemy is telling you about your circumstance. There's a lot going on.
Can you define the enemy is my question. Every time that the religious right always says there's an enemy coming after Christianity, they can never define what it is. Is it obviously probably part of the enemy is gay people, obviously, because they don't believe in gays. But like, there's not like a prominent coming after Christianity and trying to silence Christianity. It's just an inclusion of other religions. And I think that that's an enemy. That's an erasure of them. And it's literally not. That's what I don't like about people like Lauren Boebert and people like MTG is that they believe that an inclusion is an erasure of themselves. And it's a personal attack on them to erase them from the conversation when it's not. They are part of the conversation. The only people that erase them from the conversation, ironically enough, is their own party that only believes that the male voice matters. Like, there's legitimate people pushing for, like, ideas to be pushed as, like, actual legislation that we should vote as, like, a household and, like, the male should represent the vote and that, like, repealing the 19th Amendment. It's like the only people that are actually coming after your rights to speak or do anything are people in your own fucking party, you idiots. Jesus. Oh, goodness gracious.
On in the world right now that we can argue about, we can debate about, we can complain, we can say there's no hope, but I refuse to agree with what the enemy is doing when I have the word of the Most High God that says we have the victory.
You know what? There is an also, aside from the alternate reality where she's just a McDonald's manager, there is also the alternate reality where she is a preacher. Cause, yeah.
I've read the end of this book, and church, we win.
Now, not even getting into this little hand gesture that she threw out in the middle of this. What she said here.
Don't fucking do that. Hey! Don't do that. Anyway.
Something that should scare every American. Lauren doesn't really seem capable of thinking about what Christianity is without also thinking about what it isn't. She understands that there are good Christians and that there are bad people who try to hold the good Christians down. And she doesn't leave a lot of room for middle ground between those two concepts. Think about it. Most of us watching this probably don't share a lot of views with Lauren, and it is pretty concerning to have people in Congress who consider people like us their spiritual enemy. And so what does Lauren think that the good Christians should do to all these bad people trying to stop their Christian utopian America?
I love the Constitution because it highlights we the people. And we the people are we the church. And church, this is our year.
See? It's the separation of church and state. It's we the people. No, it's we the church. It's, dude, it meant everybody that's also not a churchgoer. Like, I swear to God, these people who look at me, like, people like me, I'm like, hey, I don't go to church very often. I don't really believe in God. They go, how dare you, heretic. It's like, dude, I don't see any reason to really go to church because I don't really believe it. It's nothing that extreme. It's not that I don't hate Christianity. I don't hate any religion really. I just don't adhere to it. Please let me live my fucking life. You know what I'm saying? What the okay.
This is our time to rise up and show forth the goodness of God, the love of God. We sang about the love of God today. It is only the love of God that can draw men unto him.
I say the whole world must learn of our peaceful ways. By force.
Well, I don't know about you, but that sounds like Christian dominionism to me, but is that even surprising anymore? So, in review, Lauren thinks that Christians are righteous people who should hold leadership over everyone else in this country. She believes that the Constitution is a divinely inspired document that gives Christians the power they need to enact their leadership over everyone else, and she believes that anyone who stands in the way of this plan is the enemy, and as you might expect, Lauren holds the same forced birth and homophobic views that one would probably come to expect
we've been
from
over
her
that.
religious denomination.
Yeah.
And see, that's all certainly bad on its own, but as we'll find out later, Lauren's idea of what it means to rise up is going to make it a lot worse. But we'll get there. In the meantime, we have handguns and pork sandwiches to get to. In 2013, Laura would very literally re-enter the workforce with a bang, founding Shooter's Grill of Rifle, Colorado with her husband. Shooters was famous for its gimmick.
This is the craziest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Hold on. Can we go back? Wait.
Really re-enter the workforce with a bang, founding Shooter's Grill.
This is... It's like a Hooters. Oh, wait. Guys, whoa. Guys, it's called Shooters, not Hooters. Oh... Guys, remember to like and subscribe. Donate to the couch goal, please. We are currently at $273 for the couch goal. That is 54% of the way there. Please, I want my couch named Megatron. I really need it. Anyway.
Of Rifle, Colorado with her husband. Shooters was famous for its gimmick that all of its waitstaff open carried firearms while performing their job duties. Lauren expresses that this unique dress code decision was brought about by an incident that occurred outside of her bar.
Shortly after we opened our restaurant, there was an altercation where a man was beat to death. That side of the restaurant. I'm sorry. Just outside of my restaurant. Outside of my beat to death by no weapons, no. And I immediately wondered, how am I going to protect everyone? How am I going to take care of the people around me? How am I going to take care of myself? I'm a mom. I have 4 boys. How am I going to protect them?
Thank you, Echo, with the 99. Thank you. Or the 9.99. I can read. Yeah, thank you, Echo, for the 10. I'm stupid.
And I began to carry in our restaurant. My waitresses began to carry, and I saw how Democrats want to take that right away from us.
See, official reports differ pretty wildly from this account, though. First, the man who passed away, named Anthony Green, actually instigated the fight in question, which no less was with an amputee and a minor. Further info on the situation comes from the Washington Post. Finally, the autopsy report written by forensic pathologist Robert Kurtzman less than 2 weeks after Green's body was found concluded that Green died of methamphetamine intoxication. Kurtzman noted that postmortem examination of the decedent revealed that superficial abrasions consistent with a fall. The abrasions were not associated with any internal injury, whereas methamphetamine is known to cause sudden death and abnormal behavior. Kurtzman said that the death was accidental, the unintentional consequence of habitual habitual drug use. That's it in a nutshell, Klein said. No one was charged with homicide for the case. So Boebert is wrong to claim that the man was beaten to death. If anything, Green appears to have been throwing most of the punches, and then he died of a drug overdose. So Republicans are once again out here trying to use guns to solve problems that really require more robust access to healthcare and mental health treatment. Tale as old as time, or at least as old as Charlton Heston. And to be honest, I think Lauren just likes any opportunity she gets to have being photographed with a gun. I swear, in the research for this episode, it was easier to find pictures of her with guns than it was to find pictures of her.
Okay. Here, you know what the weird thing about, like, people who are, like, at least the women, right? And maybe this is sexist. Thank you, Jenny, for coming by. It's good to see you. Maybe this is sexist of me to say, right? It probably is. Every time I see women holding, like, big guns like this, especially this variant, right? Every time I see that, I'm like, you have never shot that gun in your life. You've never fucking actually went psh with that gun ever. You've never used it to shoot another person. You've never, and also, you don't need big guns like these to kill some, handguns. You should get a handgun. You are carrying so many guns. You don't need this much ammunition against, like, anyone that's causing you a threat, really. Like, this'll do it. I don't know why you need all this. Lauren is just not the type of person I look at and I go, oh yeah, she definitely carries an AR-15 and shoots whoever she sees on sight. She's just not. Like, I look at her and she's just like, she's fucking groping people at a Beetlejuice concert. Does that look like the type of person that's gonna pull up with you on an AR-15? No. Like, what? It's, anyway.
Without guns. Really, I think she played a little bit too much Tomb Raider as a kid because she seems to have bitten her entire style from Lara Croft. That very specific thing applies to her love of thigh holsters. Lauren loves a good thigh holster. I found so many photos of Lauren with thigh holsters that I made you all a montage.
I just went to the gun store and stole all the guns. I just smoked crack out of a gun. I just loaded up my gun with 32 little guns and then I shot people with guns. I legally changed my first
What is
and
this
last name to
song?
gun. I just had both
What the fuck is this song? Wait. I'm sorry. Hold on.
and search gun with 32.
Made you all a montage.
It's all, hold on. I need to, what is this song? Hold on. Okay, normal.
I just went to the gun store and stole all the guns. I just smoked crack out of a gun. I just loaded up my gun with 32 little guns and then I shot people with guns. I legally changed my first, middle, and last name to gun. I just had both my hands surgically removed and replaced by guns. I walked out of the gun convention because there wasn't enough guns.
Now, Shooter's Grill is best I can describe.
Ow. I, like, hit my hand when I was doing that. What is that song? That's crazy. Anyway, back to the, alright.
It is kind of like the love child of an Applebee's and a Bass Pro Shop if that child were conceived during a screening of the entire John Wick trilogy. There's
no, you don't understand. It's Hooters, but with guns, so it's shooters. Guys. Sorry.
Consistent theme across any of the food, which runs the gamut from Asian to Tex-Mex to steakhouse to classic American diner.
Mexican, Asian, Indian, it sounds like confusion.
But see, what Shooters lacks in menu cohesion, it more than makes up for in thematic cohesion. This menu is chock full of gun-themed dishes and Republican pandering. They got all your fire-powered favorites, including the Target Practice Meal, the Daisy BB Black Bean Burger, the Guac 9 Burger with guacamole, the Swiss & Wesson, the Ruger Reuben, the Rackle Burger, the Springfield Salad, the Black Powder and Shotgun Burritos, the 6-Shooter Skillet.
You know what? If anyone has actually ever been to this bar and grill, can someone tell me if any of these are good? They sound good. Hello, Cheddar. How are you? What the fuck was that? What the fuck is this entire stream, girl? Seriously. But, first of all, this is what? This is chambered scrambles and skillets. A 6-shooter is a ham sausage, bacon, mushroom. Without the mushrooms, this does sound sort of good. I mean, I don't know. Is it? As someone who likes guns, this makes me feel sad. Guys, you know what we should do? I should open up a restaurant and have the entire theming based in bubble guns. We could call it the Bub Shooter. That'll be a great food option. If she can do it, I can do it.
The Smoking Gun Scramble, the Rifle Breakfast, or my personal favorite, the French Rifle Toast. And don't forget to thank Jesus
French
for your food or to ask about concealed carry classes offered by legal heat, with dinner included. At this point, it might be a good idea to check your food for black powder and BBs before taking a bite. Besides, come on, your restaurant's called Shooters, it's in a town called Rifle, and literally everyone inside has a gun. It's kind of lazy to name your food after guns at this point. Lauren's time was stretched at this point. See, in the middle of founding her restaurant and getting that off the ground, she picked up a new hobby, getting arrested. Actually, this little legal habit of Lauren began in 2010 when she was cited for dog ordinance violations in her hometown due to letting her 2 unleashed pit bulls run through her neighborhood. Following this, Lauren allegedly began harassing the individuals that she thought turned her in with obscene gestures and texts. A report was filed, but no charges were ever pursued.
She sounds lovely. Sounds lovely.
15, Lauren would receive her most high-profile arrest at the Country Jam Music Festival in Grand Junction, Colorado. According to reports of the incident, Lauren was upset with how some minors were being treated by police in regards to a potential underage drinking charge. She encouraged the youth to flee since they were not read their Miranda rights, and because of that, the police went over to arrest her for disturbing the peace. She would flail and twist away and start screaming at the police in an attempt to get away before finally succumbing. I gotta lie, that's kind of punk.
Wait.
Arrest her for disturbing the peace. She would flail and twist away and start screaming at the police in an attempt to get away before finally succumbing.
Holy shit. She looks so strange in this. What is in her hair? Is that like wheat or something? What the fuck is this? Okay, so she got arrested because she was encouraging some minors to resist arrest. Lazy Bubble Roulette Bar and Grill. That sounds amazing. They're just regular dishes but gun themed. Whether they're actually capable of cooking then well is another question. Well, I think it's closed now, so I don't know. I don't know if they were good or not. She looks like a totally different person in this. She looks like, who does she look like, chat? Girl looks chop. No, but she looks like somebody. I can't. Does she look like, what's her fucking name? Lindsay Lohan? She kind of looks like Lindsay Lohan with one of her mud shots, doesn't she? Yeah, I think so. Okay. I mean, she looks pretty. That's the one thing about Lauren I don't understand. This does not apply to MTG. She looks like a fucking Muppet. But, like, at least Lauren Boebert is, like, conventionally sort of attractive, which I don't understand. Anyway.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of punk. Protecting the kids, fighting with the cops, doing it all at a music festival. My ACAB senses are tingling. Wait, never mind. She yelled that she had friends at Clocks News and the story would be national news. That's like the opposite of punk. To be fair, I probably should have seen that coming, shouldn't I? But Lauren wasn't done yet because she was absolutely determined not to show up for court on these charges. She was given the chance to reschedule her first appearance, citing that she forgot what day it was. But following the second misappearance, she would be arrested and brought on charges. Prosecutors eventually dismissed all of the charges against Lauren, citing a low chance of conviction if the charges were actually to go to trial. Man, Lauren Boebert must just have the best luck. And in 2016, Lauren would be cited again, albeit for the much less interesting charge of unsafe operation of a motor vehicle and reckless driving. But once again, Lauren decided
my god. What is up with the Boeberts and their reckless driving? First her son, now her? Come on, guys. Come on.
Skip out on the court appearance, and this would lead to another arrest in early 2017. For this charge,
whoa.
Driving. But once again, Lauren decided to skip out on the court appearance, and this would lead to another arrest in early.
Okay, here. Why does she? You know what she kind of looks like? Why does she look like fucking Colleen Ballinger? Why does she look like Colleen Ballinger in her mugshot? Wait. I don't have a. Wait. All right. I don't have. Hold on. Just pretend. Give it a second. All right. Here. God, this is not big enough. Dude. Hey. It's been a while since you've seen my face. I was driving recklessly. All aboard the intoxicated train. Driving recklessly while operating vehicle in the toxic intoxication train. I'm gonna shoot you now. I'm shooting you now. You're getting shot. You know why? Because bubble guns are the heart of America. She looks like a knockoff Cher. Don't say that to Cher. No! Okay.
2017. For this charge, Lauren would spend a grand total of 100 minutes in jail before posting bond and never seeing the inside of a cell again. That's less time than she would have needed to watch Disney Pixar's 2017 smash hit Cars 3. In her later run for office, Lauren would even secure the endorsement of arresting Sheriff Rod Farva, Lou Valerio, who had this to say. Of Boebert's arrest record, the sheriff said, "To me, that doesn't represent somebody who's engaging in criminal behavior. We don't continue to punish people. That's what our criminal justice system is all about." Man, I still have no idea how Lauren got so lucky to get such forgiveness from her local law enforcement. Rifle just must be a really progressive community is all. Oh, wait, there's more. Later in June of 2017, Lauren would operate an unlicensed food cart outside of the Rifle Rodeo. Over 80 people, some as young as 7 years old, would become sick with food poisoning that was later tied to a batch of...
What? Oh no! Wait!
Enforcement. Rifle just must be a really progressive community is all. Oh, wait, there's more. Later in June of 2017, Lauren would operate an unlicensed food cart outside of the Rifle Rodeo. Over 80 people, some as young as 7 years old, would become sick with food poisoning that was later tied to a batch of bad pork sliders that Lauren and her crew made for the event. The publicly available report from the
She poisoned people! No! She poisoned people! No! supervillain, man, before she ran for cop. She's fucking fighting with the police. She's ramming her car into shit. She's busting out of jail, avoiding jail, and now she's poisoning the community. And she's conducting herself in a fucking restaurant where there was a bunch of guns. Not the pork sliders, no! Okay.
Health Department reports a staggering number of health code violations. I'm going to post it here, but don't pause to read unless you just want to get sick. And surely these would embarrass.
Okay, wait. We do have to pause to read. I'm curious.
I'm going to post it here, but don't.
Okay. Food safety concerns and violations were revealed during this discussion and included no cold holding, no hot holding, whatever those mean. The facility does not maintain temperature logs, so there's no way of showing that the food was kept in proper temperatures. Bare hand contact with ready-to-eat foods. No hand washing. How is there no hand washing station? Are you guys insane? What the fuck? No barrier protection from insects. Oh, holy shit. Only one pair of tongs on site. No event coordinator paperwork completed prior to the event occurrence. And no temporary retail food establishment license was applied for and obtained by the persons serving food. Holy shit. That is gross. I feel like McDonald's. Wait a minute. McDonald's has a better surf safe than this. How the fuck does this bitch work at McDonald's with their food safety and then not carry that out in her own fucking food ventures? That's insanity. What are we doing? How is McDonald's Okay, so I can't get over the McDonald's fucking origin story. I'm sorry. McDonald's taught you food safe, surf safe, and running and being able to cook and make food. And yet when you start your own business, the only takeaway was welfare bad. What do you mean? The only takeaway is, man, I love making money. That's it? You didn't take away any of the food safety. You're like, man, I should probably insert the food safety into my fucking brain and carry that into my life. You didn't take that into consideration at all. The only learning lesson you learned from McDonald's was welfare bad. Not food safety, welfare bad. Okay. Awesome. Perfect.
Pause to read unless you just want to get sick. And surely these would embarrass any reputable restaurant owner. But personally, I think the most damning revelation to come out of the whole thing was the fact that she was using Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Ma'am, you literally own a smokehouse, and you are using sauce we can get at Walmart? Shameful. Seriously, I only know one person on this planet that would be okay with that.
Sweet Baby Ray's is very good. Sweet Baby Ray's.
Shoot, considering all this nonsense, it's surprising that up to this point, Lauren had only closed 2 restaurants, and even then, one of them she didn't own at the time it went under. The original Shooters is still around to this day, serving bullet sandwiches or whatever. And the Boeberts never really faced any consequences for their sliders of mass destruction. You know, I cannot.
Okay, so the shooter didn't pursue her more aggressively. But the shooters are still around. Hold on.
Only closed 2 restaurants, and even then, one of them she didn't own at the time it went under.
Okay, so she lost 2 restaurants, but excuse me. But the shooters
still around
won.
to this day, serving bullet sandwiches or whatever. And the Boeberts never
bullet sandwiches. Fuck crazy. Okay.
Really face any consequences for their sliders of mass destruction. You know, I cannot imagine why her local health department didn't pursue her more aggressively. But you know, Lauren just sure is lucky to live in such a wonderful community like Rifle. Now, you may not believe me when I say this, but 2018 actually seems to be a pretty calm year in Lauren's life. The only one in the past decade. Let's all take this moment for a little break, shall we? Alright, enough of that shit. It goes back to DEF CON Boebert in 2019, so we gotta get moving. See, Lauren would go straight from all these various legal issues straight into a boisterous debut into the world of American politics. She would start off by participating in a time-honored Republican tradition, namely that of making Beto work look bad.
State Representative Tom Sullivan, whose son Alex died in the theater, introduced her work, while Lauren Boebert drove 3 hours.
Is Beto still in office? I don't think he is he? And Beto's in... Is he? I thought he was in... Texas, not Colorado. I don't remember.
From Rifle, openly carrying a handgun to confront the presidential candidate.
I was one of the gun-owning Americans that heard your speech regarding hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15s. Well, I am here to say hell no, you're not.
If he's going to send people into homes to take people's personal property, then he's got a big issue on his hands.
Seriously, first Ted Cruz, then Lauren Boebert, probably Greg Abbott soon enough. I feel like Beto is just cursed to keep taking big fat L's from the worst the Republican Party has to offer. He's like Abby Shapiro. The only people who benefit from him are the ones who actively laugh at everything he stands for. But enough about Beto. Let's make like Democratic voters and keep ignoring him. After this, Lauren would continue to insert herself into the pro-gun subculture of Colorado, including organizing a We Will Not Comply Second Amendment rally in Denver some months later. Here we can see Lauren announcing the Second Amendment rally like it's some sort of church fundraiser with her friend Sharona Bishop. Sharona would go on to serve as Lauren's campaign manager for a time too, as she would announce her candidacy against Scott Tipton in the primary for Colorado's 3rd District.
Hey everyone, this is Sharona Bishop with America's Mom and Lauren Boebert with Shooters Grill. We are reminding you that in just 3.5 very short weeks from now, we are going to be holding the largest Second Amendment rally ever at the People's House, our house, the state capitol.
See, it's so weird to watch videos of Lauren like these two, because she's so girly pop, you know what She's just like, yay, we're gonna open this biggest thing ever. It's like this is like the start of a vlog where you like open up the next Labubu. Like this is not this is not like the start of like promoting a fucking gun rally. This is like, hey guys, we're gonna go to the store, we're gonna buy out all of their Labubu collection, and we're gonna do an unboxing video. That's okay.
Yes, December 7th, it will be Colorado's largest rally ever for the Second Amendment, the greatest amendment in our Bill of Rights, because it absolutely protects and asserts every other right that we have.
Damn, get you a man that looks at you.
The greatest amendment? Are you the greatest? Girly pop gun owner is what? How else are you supposed to describe this? Are you sure the Second Amendment is the greatest, not the right to make the 19th one where women can now vote? That's a pretty important one. That's the whole reason why you're able to campaign on gun rights anyways, because you're allowed to do that. The 19th Amendment. Whatever. Who cares?
The way that Lauren looks at my Sharona, am I right? See, maybe it's me, but I feel like at this point in her career, Lauren's power dynamic with Sharona was a little bit tilted the other way, if you know what I mean. It reminds me of something, but I can't exactly place it. Although Jen wants me to clarify that she thinks this was better to Margaret for a Green Girl, she might be
gun right mean girls. Gun girls. The gun mean girls. The gun... Make it work, chat, please.
Getting her. Anyway, this big event that these two are hyping up as the biggest demonstration of Second Amendment support in Denver and Colorado's history, that whole thing, well, it ended up looking like this, and I don't know about you, but that's not really giving me biggest Second Amendment rally ever vibes. It was also jam-packed with some very far-right fringe groups, including the Three Percenters, Bikers for Trump, and the Proud Boys. And interestingly, Sharona...
Yikes! Oh no! Oh, not the Proud Boys, no! Ah! See, Lauren gets, like, kind of shafted into far-right politician. Of course, she denies it. She's like, I'm not a far-right politician. But when you're fucking... when you get the Proud Boys there, that's not good. Girly pop unboxing videos, like one of the M1 grenades. Yeah. Grenade. Guys, aren't you so happy that I'm a streamer? I can read so good. Anyway!
Would actually end up being booted from Lauren's campaign due to her infatuation with the Proud Boys. An interview she did with one of their members surfaced 7 months into... Interestingly, Sharona would actually end up being booted from Lauren's campaign due to her infatuation with the Proud Boys. An interview she did with one of their members surfaced several months into Lauren's campaign where she had this to say about the organization. The former top aide to Lauren Boebert, a Republican candidate for U.S. Congress in Colorado on a meteoric rise within President Donald Trump's political sphere, hosted a self-proclaimed member of the Proud Boys on a Facebook video last year, in which she described the group as pro-everything that makes America great. Bishop concludes the video by saying, "Thank God for you guys and the Proud Boys." Lauren would move into the...
Oof! Ooh! Ooh! Oh no! Oh shit! I mean, to be fair, I think in comparison to MTG, Lauren Boebert does, like, try harder to not affiliate with, like, alt-right, like, far-right extreme groups, like the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers. When they're presented in her facility, she's like, nope. You know what I mean? She doesn't try super hard, but she's trying harder than MTG. The bar is in hell, is what I'm saying. The bar is so far in hell.
Conspiracy theory realm in 2020. She gave an interview with noted conspiracy journalist Ann Vandersteel, where she expressed both interest and belief in the QAnon conspiracy. While the tape of this interview seems to have been scrubbed from the internet at this point, we do have reports that come from both AP and Colorado Public Radio. Boebert's sole known comments on QAnon came during a May interview with internet journalist Ann Vandersteel, whose site highlights other conspiracy theories. Vandersteel asked Boebert what she thought of the Q movement. Boebert said she knew about it from her mother, who was a little fringe. Pressed, she added, "If this is real, it could be really great for our country. It only means America is getting stronger and better."
No. No, Lauren, no!
And people are returning to conservative values, and that's what I'm for, she went on to say. At this point in her political career, Lauren was far enough out on the fringe that Donald Trump even endorsed her opponent, Tipton. But Lauren pressed through with her strategy, calling Tipton a secret liberal, while also insisting that she was the true Colorado Trumper, even if Donald Trump didn't know it yet.
Oh, Dionysus' biggest... I never read... Dionysus' biggest simp. Please say Dionysus again. It was funny. It made it a little more bearable. Am I incorrectly saying it? Wait. No. Okay.
Dionysus.
Run that by me again, huh?
Dionysus.
No. Okay, no. We're going, no.
What is...
Okay, just get to the...
Pronunciation videos here on YouTube. Yes, pronunciation videos is also the S. So this is a word that a lot of people are wondering how to go about pronouncing it. Well, there's going to be two different ways. One that approaches or tries to approach the natural way of saying it in Greek, and that would be Dionysus. Dionysus.
Dionysus! Dionysus! Dionysus. Hate you. Hate you. Hate you.
But in English or American, it is generally acknowledged that you can pronounce it Dionysus.
I'm not wrong! I'm not wrong! You guys suck! I'm not wrong! Dionysus! What was I saying? Wait, fuck. God damn it. Guys, do you remember when Lauren Boebert said that Americans don't know how to read? You're wrong. Yeah, you know what? I'm correct. I'm correct about everything. Screw all of you. Okay. Where were we? Not that one. This.
I'm Lauren Boebert. I'm running for Congress, and I approve this message.
Scott Tipton, co-sponsored HR 6467.
Oh God, it's the squad. Oh no, God, the squad. The squad.
In her squad to give Boulder a bailout. Then Scott Tipton joined Nancy Pelosi to give amnesty to millions of illegal immigrants and force taxpayers to pay $1 billion for their housing.
Lauren also found another cause du jour in 2020 with the COVID pandemic. She was quick to use her position as a small restaurateur to fly in the face of COVID protection laws and recklessly decide which ones she did or did not feel comfortable following. From CBS Denver.
Field County Health Department has suspended the food license of Shooter's Grill in the town of Rifle. Its owner, Lauren Boebert, defied state health orders and served people. Yesterday, we showed you how the Western Slope restaurant was moving to outdoor dining. The staff roped off parking spaces and set up tables to serve customers. The county commissioners say this is still against the rules because staff is not allowed to wait on tables.
Shortly after 5 p.m., Garfield County Public Health stopped by and suspended my food license. So we are not serving food until I meet with them on Monday morning at 9 a.m.
And once again, Lauren gets to dodge actual consequences. All she had to do was wait a week, and the county was bullied into opening up restaurants at 50% capacity. Her hearing was continued from May 18th until Tuesday morning until the county's motion was filed, and Boebert agreed to have the case dropped. It would not have been appropriate to discuss holding her to an inapplicable standard, Williams said of the reasoning for vacating the court action. In the meantime, the county attorney's office is working with legal counsel for Boebert to reopen the restaurant in accordance with the county's variance and the state's relaxed rules, Williams said. Lauren would go on from all of this to absolutely pummel Scott Tipton in the Republican primary, winning the race with over 9% of the vote and stunning political analysts, as this was the first time in 48 years that a sitting incumbent had been beaten in the primary in Colorado. Lauren would seize and continue this momentum moving into the general election against Democrat Diane Mitch Bush, who we discussed earlier. This time, though, Lauren would come into the race with Trump's full endorsement, which he tweeted out after her victory over Tipton, although it's kind of hard to find Trump's tweets anymore. That never gets old. Now see, this race between Mitch Bush and Boebert was considered a highly competitive one in the area. While Lauren herself was riding a large wave of momentum after the Tipton victory, she still was a fringe outsider, and Democrats saw her as someone they could beat. Both sides pumped a lot of money into their respective campaigns. Both Boebert and Mitch Bush would lean on COVID response as a primary issue and generally focused on national more than local issues. Mitch Bush, 70, held only virtual events during the pandemic, citing public health concerns. Boebert, by contrast, held lots of in-person events and greeted voters without a mask. In the end, though, Lauren would claim victory over Mitch Bush in one of
Thank you, Echo. You know what? The donation at this point is for compensation for my brain after Dionysus. I hate that these people never face any real consequence for breaking the rules. Well, yeah. I wonder what that could possibly be. Huh? The white woman card. Anyway. Echo at this point is just compensating the fact that I can't fucking pronounce words. That's it.
Colorado's closest elections that year, and she would make her way to Congress, being sworn in on January 5th of 2021. Lauren would immediately set about with her primary goal as an elected official, namely being a Republican disruptor. For the rest of us, that means that she looked to enact as much performative nonsense as she possibly could, while advancing very few actual policy positions. Notably,
yes, and we talked about this with MTG too. All these people fucking do is just do performative bullshit just to disrupt and to make the work not happen. And then as soon as they're done fucking throwing their little hissy fit tantrums, they go, see, the Democrats don't get any work done. It's like, well, maybe they would have gotten work done if you weren't just shut the fuck up. Shut up. Anyway.
Lauren was one of the loudest voices in the room on January 6th, 2021, protesting the certification of Arizona's electoral college votes. She started her day with this tweet and really just held on to that energy through the rest of the day.
If we have laws as set forth by state legislatures to be ignored and manipulated on the whims of partisan lawsuits, unelected bureaucrats, unlawful procedures, and arbitrary rules, then our constitutional republic will cease to exist. The oath that I took this past Sunday to defend and support the Constitution makes it necessary for me to object to this travesty. Otherwise, the laws passed by the legislative...
Right, the anti-mask lady is fucking talking about, like, the fall of democracy while wearing a mask, by the way. You guys don't fight as hard as you guys look like you do. Anyway.
branch merely become suggestions to be accepted, rejected, or manipulated by those who did not pass them.
Yeah, that's certainly not good, but given what we know about January 6th now, what Lauren's about to say is much, much worse.
Madam Speaker, I have constituents outside this building right now. I promise my voters to be their voice. In this branch of government, in which I now serve, it is my separate but equal obligation to weigh in on this election and object.
All right, let's just...
Separate but equal obligation? Why do you blame me? I don't even know how to say it, apparently. I blame Lazy for my...
And that would be Dionysus.
Dionysus! I blame Lacy for my Dionysus hyperfixation because they talked about Epic the musical, and Epic got me to... First, okay, this is not my fault. None of this is my fault. I don't know what you're talking about. It's Dionysus. Dionysus. Oh my god. This video is making me cranky.
Remind ourselves who these patriotic constituents outside the building were. Okay, there they are. Yep, that's them. And see, while the lunatic rabble was starting to break down the doors of our Congress, Lauren didn't bother to stay with them and accepted the evacuation plan like every other congressperson. That being said, she did make sure to keep them abreast of Congress and Speaker Pelosi's movements with helpful tweets. And following the January 6th insurrection, Lauren would become a central figure to the story in several ways. For instance, she utilized the Capitol Hill metal detectors installed shortly after the incident to do a little bit of Republican street theater.
Congresswoman Boebert also talked to Sean about being stopped by police.
Oh, I
she went
do
through a metal
remember
detector
this.
just installed
Oh my
in all
God.
entrances to the House chamber. Boebert refused to let police search her bag, but she says that she is following all the laws and rules with regard to firearms, including not bringing one into the chamber.
While I was at that entrance, 8 to 10 other members went through another entrance without stopping, and so then I think the go-ahead was given to the officer to allow me to pass through, and I did. And today, I did not stop to be searched anytime that I entered the chambers either.
Wow, Lauren, can't even imagine why Capitol Police would want to stop you in particular. Around this time, Lauren would also come to...
What was that? Wait, I'm sorry. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay.
Police would want to stop you in particular.
I will carry my Glock to yes, I do remember this stunt. Okay. So after J6, they installed metal I figured they already had these metal detectors in their building anyway, but they installed them and they had them operational functional, and she like made this whole fucking video where she's just like, this is stupid, like, this is stupid. And like she cried about it. Who fucking cared? I don't understand why the fuck she would cry about this when she's gonna tell everybody I'm following the rules and not bringing my gun anyway. It's like, then girl, why you bitching? Why you bitching? Why are you bitching? That's all they do is bitch. It's performative bitching. Like, Jesus. I will carry my Glock to Congress. Don't be a fucking surprise when you're stopped. Yeah, Jesus.
Around this time, Lauren would also come under fire for an unauthorized tour she was seen giving to a group of unknown individuals outside the Capitol. While Lauren is insistent that this was just a family tour, her mother is a known QAnon wackadoo, and they weren't supposed to be giving tours to anyone due to COVID anyway, so this whole thing just stinks.
Did a freshman congresswoman give a large group a tour of the Capitol in the days leading up to the insurrection? That is what one top House Democrat...
Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Democrat Congressman Steve Cohen of Tennessee told CNN earlier today.
We saw Congressman Boebert taking a group of people for a tour sometime after the 3rd and before the 6th. Remember the day we were walking in the tunnel. We saw her and he was, and she had a large group with her. Now, whether
yeah, it'd be great to know what he's saying, but it just goes. I blame Lazy for me knowing about Epic. You know, I'm sorry that I am giving you. I'm sorry that you guys know good music. Whatever.
A large number of people coming to be with her on this historic occasion and just wanting to give them the opportunity to have a tour. But it was pretty clear that her team is the team. She's not on the home team. She was with the visitors.
And in February of 2021, Lauren would be called out by financial analysts for some very shady reports on her mileage reimbursement forms stemming from her 2020 campaign. See, from the period between April and November of 2020, Lauren filed for the reimbursement of travel expenses through her campaign funds totaling a little over $20,000. These analysts highlighted that in order for that to be true, Lauren would have had to have driven a nearly inhuman 38,000 miles. And see, Lauren's team swears she actually did drive that much, but just for contrast, Representative Don Young from freaking Alaska filed just under $10,000 in travel reimbursement from his campaign funds in that same time frame, and he lives in a suburb of the North Pole. And Lauren would keep this momentum going into March as well, leaning farther into QAnon than she ever had before at a town hall in Montrose, Colorado, which was only marketed to certain Republican voters in the district.
Hillary Clinton, yes. Are these people, will they ever be able to go to council? We are seeing a lot of ugliness uncovered, a lot of corruption exposed. I heard someone who is in very close contact with President Trump and the ins and outs of the White House under that administration talk to the owners of Epic Times. They talked to the owners of Epic Times and they said, don't change anything. You are right over the target. So anyone who tries to tell you that this is a fringe newspaper, media, don't listen to us. I mean, I have very good sources to say this is really good information. Is it 100%? I don't know.
Ooh. 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 Oh no. QAnon is a good source. It's not fringe. No, it's a great source. 100%. It's really good information. QAnon? Shit. Lauren, no. Lauren, no.
Really good information. And we all know that there was information that was declassified just a few days before President Trump left office. And I know someone who was involved in declassifying that. And this person is getting very tired of waiting on the DOJ to do something about it. And we will be hearing about it very, very soon.
Lauren would take a summer break from April to about August of 2021, when she would reappear in the public consciousness for this tweet. I'm just going to leave that up there without any
The Taliban are the only people who are building back better. Jesus. Oh. Why are we talking about... Well, I guess... I was going to ask why we're talking about Epic the Musical, but, like, to be fair, it's probably better to talk about the fucking whatever the fuck this is. But, what does that mean, Lauren?
analysis or opinions, because holy shit, dude. However, I do think that she might have been worried that this tweet would be interpreted to believe that she was actually okay with certain other races and subcultures, because Lauren immediately set about straightening the record on that. Not to mention the fact that around this time she had to draw some heat off the fact that she had been caught using campaign funds to pay shooters utility bills. But in September of 2021, Lauren would make sure everyone knew exactly how she felt about noted conservative boogie woman Representative Ilhan Omar. Unfortunately, footage from this event seems really hard to find anymore, but lucky for us, Lauren is so thoughtful that she repeated and extrapolated on it about 2 months later in November.
And I see a Capitol police officer running hurriedly to the elevator. I see fret all over his face, and he's reaching. I'm like, the door's shutting. Like, I can't open it. Like, what's happening? I look to my left, and there she is, Ilhan Omar. And I said, well, she doesn't have a backpack, but she'll be fine.
Oh, don't worry, Lauren.
She doesn't have a backpack, so she should be fine. Why are these people so goddamn racist? What the fuck? What do you mean? Dude, you can't even attack. These people cannot even. I don't really know very much about Ilhan Omar's policies or what she stands for, or whatever it may be. But every time I see any criticism of Ilhan Omar, it is not for her policies. It's always like, well, at least she's not carrying a backpack, or oh, she's brown. It's like, I will never know truly the extent of this woman's actual politics and policies, because all anyone can fucking bitch about why she's bad is because she wears a fucking hijab. It's like, fucking, can you attack her on a basis of her ideas or shit, and not just on the basis of her religion? If we're not allowed to make fun of your religion because apparently it's the morally superior, America should be based on this, then you shouldn't attack someone else for their religion. It's just mano y mano. What the fuck? Why do they always have to turn to racism? Why? What is wrong with white women? God. Oh, fuck me.
Didn't limit her Islamophobia to comfy Republican dinners either. She was more than happy to take that nonsense straight to the House floor.
But since the Speaker has designated the floor to discuss members' inappropriate actions, shall we? The Jihad Squad member from Minnesota has paid her husband, and not her brother husband, the other one, over $1 million in campaign funds.
Her brother. Holy shit, girl. What the fuck? Oh, fuck. Jesus. I mean, MTG had said some crazy shit last stream, but that is insane. Good lord. Oh my god. They can't attack her for her policies because people like them. Literally. I'd understand if they were buddies and not political figures, but we don't exist in that world. I know. What in the world?
Oh, and that whole complaint from Lauren is super rich, considering the fact that she didn't disclose that her worthless husband makes most of his money as an energy consultant, while she herself sat on the House Committee of Natural Resources. And see, you may have just noticed that we just—
Also, I don't think that Lauren fucking Boebert gets to talk about how bad Ilhan Omar's, husbands or brothers or family members are when she fucking married a dude that flashed her when she was 17. I don't think you get to fucking— I really don't think you get to fucking do that.
covered almost the entire first year of Lauren's political career and barely discussed any of her actual policy positions. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's really good at beefing with everybody in range, but that's not what she was elected to do. So regarding her positions, you can kind of just assume that if the GOP likes it, then Lauren likes it. She doesn't tend to deviate from the Republican platform very often, and when she does, it's only to go further out to the right than everyone else. Lauren's also learned very well and very quickly.
Well, the only time she's deviated from the political, the platform is with the Epstein files, and, well, Anyway.
GOP chain of command in the House, most notably Mitch McConnell. Like McConnell, Lauren is much more interested in preventing people, most notably Democrats, from getting anything done, rather than actually getting anything done on her own. She opposed the Trump impeachment. She opposed mask mandates and COVID safety measures. She opposes critical race theory. She opposes gay marriage. She opposes abortion. And as we've seen in regards to her work continuation at shooters and her defiance of capital metal detection policy, Lauren just absolutely loves being photographed in defiance of laws Republicans don't like, which you can translate as laws that promote basic safety for vulnerable people. The only thing that really seems to push Lauren to actually write bills and shit is the energy sector. Boebert has been a staunch advocate for the energy industry during her first 6 months in the office, introducing a bill in February seeking to bar the president from issuing moratoriums on oil and gas leasing and permitting on some federal land. And see, well, it's not totally uncommon for freshman members of Congress to not really be able to get anything done. Most of the other 16 bills that Lauren has introduced have either been minor procedural issues or otherwise drawn to draw attention to herself rather than making any actual change. And don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with a sitting congressperson utilizing their authority to help out a small local community in their district. That's kind of what they're there for. But the lack of serious output for anything other than the energy sector, which we know she personally profits from, does demonstrate a desire to perform more than to lead. And all of this takes us to 2022, where Lauren's most notable hijinks would likely be those she perpetrated at the State of the Union address. Here, Lauren would form a tag team with fellow friend of the channel Marjorie Taylor Greene in attempting to heckle President Biden as he spoke. First, Lauren thought it would be an excellent idea to try and call Biden out for the death of 13 American troops. Not necessarily a bad thing to criticize the president for, but maybe don't do it while he's talking about his deceased son who was also a soldier.
And they come home, many of the world's fittest and best trained warriors in the world. Never the same. Headaches, numbness, dizziness. A cancer that would put them in a flag draped coffin. I know. One of those soldiers was my son, Major Boebert. I don't know for sure if the burn pit that he lived near, that his hooch was near, in Iraq and earlier than that, in Kosovo, is the cause of his brain cancer, the disease of so many other troops.
And later the two would use a portion of Biden's speech discussing immigration reform to try and get a build the wall chant going like two sloppy drunks at a ball game going for the wave.
We need to secure our border and fix the immigration system.
She's trying so hard. It's so funny. Good lord. This is what I mean when I say that these two are Trump's cheerleaders. Like, look at them. Chanting about, like, policies while somebody else that's not Trump in office. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy that she now is not, like, given how staunch and how fucking radical these people were in, like, touting for Trump at the time, how she's now just gone. She's gonna be gone by next year. And Lauren just touts the line now because, like, she doesn't want to face the backlash that this person got. So it's like, the only fucking future that Lauren Boebert has is constantly being on Trump's dick. If she tries to deviate from that, she all of the fucking Islamophobia, the hatred of trans people, all of that is gonna swing back right onto her because she's been fucking these two have been fanning the flames of Trump for years, and as soon as they do anything that's against him remotely, they're gonna get it swung right back at them. And they only have themselves to blame, really. Why did you decide to stream out these horrible people again? Because I'm infinitely fascinated by the politics that we exist in this time. And if I don't laugh about it, I will cry. I don't like Biden, but talking about dead soldiers when one of them is his kids is also a dead soldier is disgusting. Yeah, like, I don't like Biden either. I'm not going to say that he's the greatest or anything. He's got plenty to criticize. But, like, read the room. like fucking have some decorum. That's all I can say.
Yep, that's officially the worst tag team I've seen since Y2AJ. Hey, Lauren, your dad would get that joke. Too bad he knows more about wrestling trivia than he does about sending the child support payments on time, right? Hey, I can say that. I have a dad too, so there. Lauren has also announced that she will be running again in 2022 for a second term as the representative from her district. She's already facing a wide array of Democratic challengers, along with a Republican ironically seeking to challenge her in the primary. And all of this brings us to the present day. As I recall, I compared the Paula White deep dive to kind of a roller coaster, and if that's the case, then I would consider this deep dive into Lauren Boebert kind of like riding a missile into a Middle Eastern village sitting on top of crude oil. And once again, we have a subject here where I'm somewhat torn. On one hand, Lauren is in many regards exactly the type of person I want to go to Congress. She was born poor. She came from a single-parent household. She had children young. She survived domestic violence to build a successful business and a life for her and her family. I really do want people like that in Congress. But once again, I'm reminded why politics would be great if it weren't for all of that complexity and nuance we have to deal with. See, like many people I know who came from struggle and difficulty, Lauren has unfortunately interpreted her successes as a kind of single-handed victory over forces that would hold her down. She blatantly ignores all of the privileges she does have, being white, being Christian, having roots in a community, and the default trust that all of those things afford an individual. Lauren in her time has broken the law, poisoned the populace, heckled the president, and supported an insurrection, and she's still here to tell the tale, cash the checks, and she even has her damn seat. If that doesn't reveal to her how her white privilege has benefited her, I wonder if anything ever could.
God has done extraordinary things in my life for many years now, but the one that's been on display the most would be where I am today, in the position that I hold. And that's not necessarily a credit to me, or to my abilities, or to my talents. In fact, it was a great work of God to get me here. So many people said, you are unqualified, you are uneducated, you only have a GED, girlfriend, what are you gonna do with that?
Oh, I forgot to mention this. Wait, hold on, chat. Wait, I forgot to mention this. Part of the lore with Lauren Boebert is that she actually dropped out of high school and didn't get her GED until she started running for office. She got her GED really much later in life after she dropped out when she was like 17. Like, that's the crazier part. Is like when they say she's unqualified. Yeah, no, she's super duper unqualified. She didn't have her GED until she started running for office. she didn't have her GED until she was in her 30s because she dropped out at 17. And maybe she dropped out at 17 because she was, you know, raised poor. Like James had said, she was raised poor. She had to support her family, so she had to drop out of school in order to work a McDonald's job that never changed her fucking life. But like, when they say she's unqualified, it doesn't come from the fact, it comes from the fact that it's true. And it's not true to any fault of her own. It's just that that's how the cookie crumbled. You know what I'm saying? And now she's like bitter and resentful that she grew up poor. And I mean, you know, as someone who is poor, I get it. I'm resentful that I'm not rolling around in fucking cash either. But I think having those humble roots and then growing up and then supporting this administration is so insane. It's like, you could not be more of a leech if you tried. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm starting to get the misunderstanding now. What you call blessings from God, the rest of us might call the benefits of your privileges. And I find myself particularly irritated with Lauren as someone who did make it to Congress with only a GED, because that could have been such a good thing. Hell, she only got the damn thing a few months before she even got elected. And in my opinion, that's badass. Or at least it's badass in a vacuum. Having spent years in community social work, I can say that folks with a minimal amount of formal education can provide a critical kind of wisdom and experience that is tragically missing from the halls of our government right now. There are many problems for which the best insights come from living and working on the ground rather than studying in the classroom. In any other circumstance, I would be thrilled to have someone with as little formal education as Lauren make it. The problem is, as far as I'm concerned, Lauren doesn't act with the wisdom of a tough life lived well. In fact, she speaks and acts with all of the ignorance her opponents accuse her of.
When I first arrived in Congress, I think one of the most surprising things to me was how many men and women are there for the right reasons. How many Christians are actually serving in office right now? I'm a member. I thought there were only about 4.
How are you surprised by that? What are you talking about? Well, Christianity is the most popular religion in the world. How are you surprised that like half of the people in our, not even half, the majority of people that work in our fucking system is fucking religious? What are you talking about? Do you think it was just like a cabal of atheists this whole time? Jesus. Okay.
There happens to be quite a few more than that.
And see, I think this clip highlights Lauren's ignorance in 2 distinct ways. First of all, the fact that Congress is predominantly white and Christian shouldn't come as a surprise to any American adult. Hell, it shouldn't come as a surprise to any
Actually,
I
yes.
understand I may have some educational privilege in what I'm saying here, but I also know for a fact that Lauren has access to Google, and this is front page shit. Resistance to learning should not be a desirable trait in a U.S. representative. But see, beyond that, Lauren reveals that she believes people can only be righteous, effective leaders with the best interest of their constituents at heart if they also share her very particular Christian faith. Lauren believes that she is good, that God has rewarded her for that, and that people who believe like her can achieve the same. And likewise, she thinks that people who are not like her are trying to hold people like her down. Lauren responds to all of these privileges and blessings by doggedly taking the most selfish stance she possibly can with every issue she encounters. Most real problems and social issues she treats like simple rhetorical tools for use in her ad campaigns and various speeches, and the only issues that are truly close to her heart seem to be the ones that line her pockets and keep her in power. Lauren represents the fuck you, I got mine mentality that has come to define the Republican Party, and maybe has always defined the Republican Party. Use every advantage you can, ethical or not, and then when you do succeed, celebrate and defend those achievements as if everyone had the exact same chances that you had at success. Like Paula White, I find Lauren to be upsetting because, quite frankly, I feel like she should know better. I'm not one of these people who believes that trauma exists to make us stronger, but I like to believe that folks who have been through trauma can be more empathetic to the concerns of others and cognizant of the fact that every human being suffers with a variety of struggles that others may not know. I personally know a lot of struggling moms with GEDs who would make way better representatives than Lauren. I bet most of you watching this video would be a better elected official than Lauren because I've seen how caring and empathetic this audience can be, even in the face of incredible trauma. I want poor folks in Congress. I want disabled folks in Congress. I want sex workers and transgender folks and people who've been to prison. All of them. I want them in Congress. I want disenfranchised, oppressed people to be given access to the tools they need to protect others like them from the harm society perpetrated on them. And I really hope that people like that would be looking to use that power to protect others rather than advance themselves. Our new Congress is as diverse as it's ever been, and while that's not really that much to speak of, it's still progress. And I'm not going to pretend that Lauren didn't contribute to that diversity in her own way. But quite frankly, I know people who have struggled more than her, who act with less selfishness and more kindness than she could ever seem to muster, and who I think would be more effective elected officials and leaders than she could ever hope to be. Fuck off, Lauren, and take your nasty pork sliders with you. All right, well, that's the end of our deep dive into...
Damn. All right. Well, it's fun. Yeah, I find her so fascinating. When I say that she's like a hypocrite, I mean that in the sense that like everything that's part of her backstory should realistically lead to somebody who is at least empathetic, understanding of why people are on welfare, like she was, why that's a beneficial thing and why that's something that, you know, should be funded more towards to help people get out of ruts. But she's just not. She's somebody who's just like, I got myself out, and if you can't, you're just a fucking loser. And it's like, it's very much the pull yourself up the boots by the bootstraps mentality. That, you know, it's a great mentality for her. It helped. It works, but it's not gonna. It's not a one-size-fit-all thing. Some people do just need the extra help, and that's nobody's fault. That doesn't make you weaker or less than. And it's the fact that like everything that Lauren is very representative of maybe like the average struggling person succeeding in something that was probably deemed impossible to succeed at her level of incompetency. The fact that she's somebody who has a record, the fact that she didn't get her GED until she started running for office, the fact that, you know, everything that she has working against her, she defied all odds and is, you know, part of this system now of success. And it's like, good for you. But now you're taking that success and you're going, look at how successful I am. If you're not as successful as me, it's because you're lazy and you fucking suck. And it's like, what is that mentality, man? That's so not, like, she could have been so beneficial to, like, the representation of this country by being like, if she can do it, despite the fact that she had everything against her, despite the fact that she is otherwise would have been declared as like someone fucking stupid. If she can do it, then anyone can do it. But she's just like, no, I did it because I'm just better. I did it because I stand by the right values. I'm just the right person with the most morally right complex ever. It's like, girl, fuck off. Girl, please. Please, fuck off. We can't pull ourselves by the bootstraps. Not when the system put us to the ground with prices for shit like insurance, healthcare, groceries, and cost of college. This isn't the 60s and the 70s anymore. Oh yeah. I mean, it's good that she was able to prevail, like, you know, and succeed despite all that, you know. But the fact that she is like kind of keeping that as like everyone should know how to pull themselves up. I did it. You should be able to do it too. You just suck if you don't. It's like, dude, have a little bit more empathy. People had empathy for you when you were poor. You can't extend that at all? Like, serious, dude. And then on top of everything else, it's like the fucking, not degeneracy. I don't want to put it in, you know, degeneracy. But the fact that, like, her rebellion, what would be the right word? I suppose the right word would be her rebellious kind of like uniformity is not, it's not like it went away as soon as she became a congresswoman. Like, by the time she became a congresswoman, he's like, oh, she'll have decorum, you know, oh, she'll be a little smarter, oh, she has her GDD, like, but no, she's still vaping at Beetlejuice the musical and touching a dude in his privates and fucking jacking him off at a musical. It's like the stint of her getting arrested and like being, you know, a nuisance never went away as soon as she went into public office. It's always been, she's always been this way, and it's probably never going to change. The only reason we're talking about her now is because she did something that would be seen as at least defecting from the current state of the GOP, which was sign off on the Epstein files. But even then, I can only assume she did it because, I don't know, because fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene did it and she thought it was like a good move for her political career. But like, I don't know. Echo with the 999, thank you. Honestly, it's sad. She came from a background of struggle and yet she uses it to demean others. It's honestly just sad. Yeah. And to be fair, I think the difference that like MTG and her have is that MTG at least pretends she doesn't actually fucking care. But like, at least when she pretends to care about the poor and care about the working class American, at least I believe it. Right? Fucking Lauren Boebert has that background of what MTG is talking about. She has that background of like being the working class and working their way from the ground up, but she could not siphon to give a singular shit. It's really, really strange. Genuinely speaking, she could have had the potential to be a good example, yet chooses not to, and chooses us to be the vindictive, selfish vessel of a human being. Harsh words there, Echo, but so true. Anyways, I'm tired. I have to go do commission work. I have to draw some D&D stuff for my partner, but I would like to thank everyone for being here. I will be back, hopefully, with Poppy Playtime Part 2 very, very soon, so, you know, keep it real with me. Let's end the stream with a little bit more of semis. Let me see, what do we want to play? Let's play this one. Let's play this one to play us out. The moment she got actual wealth, she like many people before her with her background, kicked the ladder out beneath everyone else. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Thank you for joining me, chat. Thank you for being here. This is fun. This is very, very fun. I am looking forward to part 2 of Poppy Playtime. I am too. Thank you once again, Echo, for the 99. For the 999. For monies. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who contributed to Super Chats today. This was really, really fun. Videos will be coming out soon. Next week, we will be looking into Nancy Mace, and then after that, it will be Laura Loomer. And I am looking forward to that. Poppy Playtime Part 2 coming soon, hopefully by either this weekend or next weekend. I haven't decided yet. I gotta go draw some D&D stuff for my boyfriend. Playing us out. Let's play some Samus. Let's play my favorite one. Thank you, everybody. And good night. Yeah. Hey, I'm high as fuck. Walmart. Oh yeah. Good night, guys.
I've been in the headphone section for like 3 days, listening to Shakira on replay. I talked to God in the Lego section. Ask your reverend, put it as 11th Amendment, obey Samuel. I said that's not quite my vibe. I told God we can take it outside, but I can't find the exit. I don't know where I am, and I don't know where my mom is. I don't know what time it is. I hit a blinker that came in here just to fight my fucking demons. Out here scheming on this plot, out here scheming. I'm undefeated when it comes to throwing hands with other high people in the parking lot, yeah. Fucking